cream peas. None whatsoever.
I'm going to send some over next year.
Now, we did have some green bean casserole, but, man, the mac and cheese is amazing. Hey, thanks, everybody, for listening. It's a big game, Greg. I've been saying all week, last year, Liberty Hill knocked Alamo Heights out of the playoffs 43-40 in what was a thrilling game, Greg. And you know the Mules are out for revenge. They want to amend that loss, but you know this may be Alamo Heights. Matter of fact, this is Alamo Heights' toughest opponent all year long. Both these teams are 11-1. Alamo Heights beat Tivy in the first round 64-27, then beat Gregory Portland 31-8, but this is going to be their toughest test yet.
The Sweet 16 in the Texas 5A playoffs. And, Tim, you're right. It is a revenge game. They are looking, these guys have Liberty Hill circled. They were hoping they were going to get to play them, I'm sure. They want to avenge that loss and see if they can put the pressure on Liberty Hill. And, you and I were talking a little bit before the game. This Alamo Heights team has a strength that has given Liberty Hill problems in the past, and that is a quarterback that can run and pass.
Greg, the quarterback Conley McKenna has done it all for the Mules this year offensively. He is not only an incredible passer, throwing for 32 touchdowns this season, he's also rushed for another 12. He's also their leading rusher on this team. And Greg, you're right. There's been a few quarterbacks that have given the Panther defense fits. And the Alamo Heights coaches have seen some of that film, and maybe they don't even have to replicate it. They already have it in their playbook.
No, they're just going to do that same RPO. They're going to stretch a running back out and make them make the decision, make this Liberty Hill defense that seems to be on the field all the time.
Right.
Make them make a decision and adjust as needed as the play goes. What's going to be interesting to see is if this Alamo Heights team decides that they're not going to go for it on fourth down like a lot of the teams that we've seen. Last week, when Liberty Hill was playing, we saw at the beginning of that game, that Mercedes was not going for it on fourth down.
Right.
They were punting it away, and as soon as they punted it away to Liberty Hill pounced on that offense so potent, led by Noah Long, Ben Carter, Joe Pitchford back in the lineup there with Vickers at quarterback. Right down the field touchdown, right down the field touchdown. Defense comes in, and David Morris puts one into the end zone to make it 21-7 real quick. And as these better teams come along and play against the Panthers, are they going to go against the grain and put their offense in a position to pick up first downs when it's 4th and 6, 4th and 5, instead of playing conventional football and getting it back to this offense for Liberty Hill, which is, Tim, having an unbelievable season.
They are, Greg, but again, this is one. Now, I'm not going to say that Alamo Heights is the strongest team that Liberty Hill's played this year, because we've played some really good teams, but Alamo Heights definitely will be one of those teams. Liberty Hill took one on the chin, their lone loss on the season to the Hutto Hippos, and that was a good test, and Liberty Hill almost came back and won that game. But it's definitely going to be one of the toughest tests, if not the toughest. This game, I think, Greg, if both teams play up to their strength, could be a toss-up. Hey, I want to remind everybody, I'm still going to be doing the shout-outs during the game, and there's an email address, if some of you do not have it, to do the shout-outs, and that email address is lhfootball21@yahoo.com. LHfootball21, not spelled out. Liberty LHfootball21@yahoo.com. Send me an email. Tell me who you are, where you're listening from. If you sent one last week, send it again. We've looked at some of the stats. We've had over 2,500 unique listeners to the broadcast last week. So thank you very much for tuning in. And we're not super far from Liberty Hill tonight, but it was holiday weekend. Some people can't make it. First shout out of the night goes to my really close friend Michael in the state of Pennsylvania.
Hey, man.
Yeah, and he's listening in from Pennsylvania, and so thank you, Michael. And my wife, Ernie, listening back in from home with probably 2 puppies in her lap. And so thank you, Ernie, and Michael for tuning in. we're going to have a fun broadcast.
Friday afternoon, right?
Yep.
All the crews not really working, right? So the Vype, the mothership back there, fully staffed. Tim, our QA today.
Yep.
Do you know who it is, Tim?
Is it? I don't know. I'm not really sure.
The captain himself, Merle Bertrand, going to be listening in to us today, making sure the boss, right? The boss. He puts us in place, make sure we get where we're going.
We don't have Christina?
No. It's JV, boss, not the boss.
The JV squad.
JV squad is taking care of his name. Merle's going to call the Vandergrift game later on tonight on the horn, and so, but he's spending his afternoon with us, making sure that we sound good,
that we don't sound overmodulated.
We're not overmodulated.
So
as the run-throughs get out on the field here, Alamo Heights, nice run-through for the Alamo Heights Mules.
Yeah, the inflatable run-through, we always do sort of a little critique of them. Yeah. Alamo Heights has one that looks like a military-shaped Kwanzaa hut sort of shape.
Kwanzaa hut? I don't know if anybody knows.
Well, not Kwanzaa hut, but what is it? One of those little huts that they,
like the back of
barracks,
like the back of the Boomer Sooner wagon.
Yeah, okay,
that's what it looks like.
The canopy on top of a Boomer Sooner wagon. That's what the shape of it is, like back of a covered wagon, and it's their colors. They're blue and they're yellow. Has Alamo Heights on the side. A mule on the front, Alamo Heights on the front.
Pretty basic. Let's not lie about it.
Yeah.
The Liberty Hill Booster Club does so many things for this team. One of them getting their run through. Prowler out here, giant black panther that the Panthers are gonna run through again. Yep. You got to give the nod to the Panthers here.
No, but let me, Greg, this is sort of a cloudy day. There's not, we can't see the sun here. The wind is blowing so hard. Every flag is just blowing straight out, and so that could be a factor on kicking and punting and even passing. It's not going to be a factor in Liberty Hill running the ball, but it could be a factor anytime the ball is put up in the air. Liberty Hill, they're in their all purple uniforms, purple jerseys, purple pants, purple helmets with the gold, the yellow gold stripe down the side of the pants. The stripe down the middle of the helmet, the white numerals outlined in that yellow gold outline on the numbers, and that is what they're dressed as tonight. And the Alamo Heights Mules are in all white. They're white pants, all white pants, white jerseys with blue numerals on the jerseys, and the helmets. Greg, I really can't tell from here what is on the helmets, but I think they're just all gold helmets, and that is what they'll have. So we're about ready for the coin toss as the captains go out onto the field.
You have to figure no matter what happens with the coin toss, Liberty Hill's defense is going to be out on the field first. I don't think we've ever seen all season long the Liberty Hill offense be on the field first.
No, I pretty much agree. And Greg, I want to point out this is a very highly publicized game. We have cameras everywhere. Greg, there's cameras in the end zone.
Cameras everywhere.
There's 2 cameras on the field right now for the coin toss. It's like it's a Super Bowl.
There was guys in suits that are here calling the TV game.
Wow.
They're wearing suits.
Have you and I ever wore a suit to a game?
No, I mean not to a game.
No.
Well, that's ridiculous. We have faces made for radio. Nobody wants to put us in a suit.
Well, I don't know. Someone just texted earlier that they'd like to see my face. That
they did not text that. Your wife is your wife sent the text?
It was not my face. It was actually not my wife.
It was not your face.
It was not my wife that said it. It really wasn't. It was that they said that I have an interesting face for TV.
The Panthers are out in the middle of the field right now with the referees are getting ready to flip the coin.
Yep. Quick shout out before I forget, Aunt Ginger and family are listening in to the game. Her mom and dad and Aunt Ginger are listening to the game.
Captains for the Panthers today, Jose De La Cruz, number 27, number 60, bedrock of that offensive line, Jackson Harrison. Brandon Creek, and also one of Tim and mine's favorite players, Logan Dyer, out there as a captain today. He didn't get a chance to play this year, but man, we sure had fun watching him last year. Of course, the Mules are going to receive the kick, and the Panthers are going to be on defense.
Yep, start the game.
We didn't need that. We don't need to do all this formality. We already know that's what's going to happen. It is just another thing that just points to how great the offense for Liberty Hill is, averaging 500 yards a game, 49.7 points a game. Anytime that you're putting up 50 and averaging 500, you're a good football team, and that's what this one is it's a good football team. But defense wins championships, Tim, and you have to figure the hopes and dreams of this Liberty Hill team is pinned on the back of those 11 guys on defense, and how well they can limit this high-powered Alamo Heights spread offense. I'm curious to see when the first fourth down comes up. I'm curious to see how this Alamo Heights team adjusts to it. If they want to play regular football, or if they're going to go Madden, Tim, and they're going to go for it on fourth down, no matter where they were, like Lockhart has, like so many teams have against this Liberty Hill team.
I think it's going conventional, Greg. We'll find out. The fans in the stands on Liberty Hill side stomping their feet. It was, there they go again, as the Liberty Hill Panthers jot onto the field with all the flags, the American flag, the Texas flag, the Liberty Hill flag, and the Jeff Walker flag, as well, as they run through their inflatable to get ready for the national anthem and to start this game. Super excited to be bringing this game to you. Greg and I, love doing this each and every week. And Greg, I'm hoping, my wife was asking me today, well, how many more games before the state championship? And I started to look it up and thinking about, well, counting this one, there would be 4 more games. So after this one, 3 would be 3 more games would be the state championship in Arlington. And Greg, you and I have done 3 state championship calls together
for these Liberty Hill Panthers.
The Panthers,
And this team shares a lot of the same characteristics that those teams had, right? Like you have a just basically an unstoppable offense,
right?
Some of the other teams had some more senior laden defensive squads, but that's why we say this. That's where this team needs to step up and make it happen,
right?
But it's the next one more game, right? Just what you tell Ernie, one more. We got one more game
one at
today.
a time. Yeah, one at a time. We're going to take a brief moment and pause for the national anthem. By the Liberty Hill High School Band. We are about to get underway here to start this playoff game between Liberty Hill and the Alamo Heights Mules. Greg, I always wonder what the history of sometimes mascots are. And I wonder what the history of the Mule is for Alamo Heights. I may have to Google that during the game. Maybe somebody else can and send that to me, and maybe what the origin of the Alamo Heights Mule mascot is for Alamo Heights. It might be interesting to find out.
Not a really inspiring.
Could they be
animal.
all Democrats, maybe?
I doubt it.
No.
I'm going to doubt that. But I'm seeing, a mule, hardworking, I guess.
I don't know.
I'd rather be a panther.
Yeah, today is the day of the Panther. Let's get these guys going. Liberty Hill's going to be kicking it off. Greg, you were just talking earlier about, as Connor Hawkins gets set to kick this off, about Connor Hawkins, his success on kicking extra points.
Points after attempts this year for Connor Hawkins. He's had 90.
Wow.
86 for 90. That's not bad. That's not bad.
And one of those are on me.
You absolutely
I
jinxed him as he was in like a 26-point run or something like that. And it was partly, we were talking about this Liberty Hill offense.
Right.
And at one stretch during the season, they had close to 17 offensive possessions in a row that they put in the end zone. And Connor Hawkins hit the exclamation point and made it 7 in a row. And we were around 17, 18, and Tim gave it the guarantee that he was going to make it along those lines, like he never misses or something. It was an announcer jinx like you read about. But Connor still, 86 for 90 is not that bad.
Liberty Hill set to kick off. And Hawkins kicks it off towards the end zone into the wind. Caught at the 5-yard line, running up the middle. Breaks out, one man to beat. Being caught from behind about the 40, but there is going to be holding on the play as Brandon Creek was running down and he was held. And that's going to be probably called against the Mules that we'll see here in a second.
At least it wasn't a fire.
You can hear that it is called against the Mules. Going to back it up. Once he's backed up, it's now to the 32-yard line. That's where the Mules will start. Conley McKenna's the quarterback for the Mules. 2 receivers out right. Remember, we're going to call McKenna's name a lot. He does it all for the Mules. Snaps back, and they're going to hand it off the left tackle. And Liberty Hill is pretty good against the run when running backs have the ball. Bennett Flesher on the carry. He's going to pick up maybe 2 yards to the 34-yard line.
Some of the defensive players we're going to be calling for Liberty Hill a lot. Tanner Kearley right in the middle there, along with David Morris, number 99, Ryan Jacobs right there up front.
1 receiver right, now 1 wide of the left. Ball's on the left-hand hash. McKenna set with the running back, Flesher off to his left. Snaps back. He's going to pass it out right-hand side. He does. It's complete about the 36, but he's wrapped up very quickly by Gavin Salinas to limit the damage and a pickup of about 3 yards.
Gavin Salinas, waist tackle there. Gavin Salinas came up and wrapped him up. Good open field tackle there. If he were to break it, it would have been a long gainer. Puts this Alamo Heights team on 3rd and long.
3rd and 5, 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. They run a tight end set. The tight end is set off to the right-hand side. Now the ball's on the right-hand hash. We're just underway here. McKenna takes a snap, looks left, throws it out left. It's incomplete. He throws it behind his receiver. Pass intended to Michael Terry. It's going to bring up 4th down, and the punting unit comes on.
And now here it is. Here it is, what we've talked about all season long. How teams have been able to stay with Liberty Hill is by going for it in these situations. And this Alamo Heights team is going to punt right now exactly what this defense needed to do with those first 3 plays. Have to think it's a huge success.
Yep. And Liberty Hill's not falling for it. They don't have a man back right now, but he's kicking into the wind a little bit. It goes up, and Liberty Hill just leave it alone. It bounces out about the 30-yard line. Liberty Hill's going to have the ball in really good possession.
Early early in the season, Liberty Hill would fall for that. They wouldn't put a man. They'd send a man back and play for the punt return. Now they know teams are going to fake it on them. Teams are going to do all kinds of crazy things to try to manufacture another possession, another down. Great start for this Liberty Hill defense to get out and put the offense on the field.
Ball is marked at the Liberty Hill 29-yard line where they'll start up. Reese Vickers is the quarterback. Handoff right up the middle to Carter. Nothing doing there. Carter ran free the last couple of weeks, and that was a carry for no gain. And, Greg, I actually think that the Mules knew that was coming because I think that's the play that Liberty Hill has actually started the game off with for the last few weeks, and they just knew the play call. Handoff left-hand side, Noah Long. He's bunched up, tries to spin out, nothing doing. Picks up maybe a yard on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Interesting set of defense here for the Mules as they seem to be going strong side, weak side based on where the Panthers go. They're lining up in an I on defense, Tim. The linebackers are, and the 2 defensive ends. As they come outside
to Pitchford, he gets to the outside, gets out of 1 tackle, gets some yards, but he's going to be up short of the 1st down by a couple of yards, it looks like, Greg. Maybe, 2 yards.
Joe Pitchford probably will see Pitchford put it up in the air today to his younger brother, Jack Pitchford.
Greg, it's 4th down, and the offense is staying on the field. Now the punting unit comes out. They thought about it for a second, and the punt unit comes out onto the field. Had it been a yard, I think they might have done it. But being at a long 2, and actually it is a very long 2, almost 2.5 yards, just couldn't see him doing it right here in this position of the field. Hunter Hawkins, the punter. The snap's over Hawkins' head. It bounced about the 10, and Hawkins kicks it out of the end zone for a safety. Smart move by Hawkins. Bad snap. The first one I think we've seen this year.
Tough snap there, but Tim, try to make something happen. Instead, he chose the latter, just put the 2 on the board and put the defense back out onto the field.
The referees are talking about it. I'm not even sure what the call is. This is interesting, Greg. To me, it looks like an easy safety as Hawkins was chasing it towards the end zone because it was over his head, and he kicked it out. He kicked it about the somewhere around the 5-6 yard line. And they're discussing, Greg, what could they be discussing? Could they be discussing that it's not a safety? That it's dead where he kicked it? But he's allowed to kick it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, he's the kicker.
He's the kicker.
He can do whatever he wants with it, absolutely. But there are penalties to what he did, and I believe right there, you're kicking it out of the back of the end zone.
And I think it is a penalty, but they're declining the penalty to get the safety because you can't take the penalty, I think. If kicking the ball, again, we're just as confused as you are, and we're watching the game.
The ref's going to clear it up for us here.
Alamo Heights is elected to take the result of the play for illegal kicking the ball as a safety.
So that's it. I think the referees were discussing a situation that they have not had in quite a while, and we're discussing the rule book because apparently must have been kicking somehow might have been a penalty, but Alamo Heights refuses the penalty, or they would have gotten the play would have been replayed maybe. So it is a safety for Alamo Heights, 2-0 now in favor of Alamo Heights. And what's going to happen here is now Liberty Hill is going to kick the ball back off to Alamo Heights. And Greg, I don't fault Hawkins for what he did.
No, you have a split second there to make that decision, and Hawkins decided that he was going to take the 2. not put the defense in pressure on the 10-yard line there or whatever. Didn't decide to pick it up and possibly take a hit from a charging Mule punt block team that was bearing down on him. So Hawkins decided to take the easy way out and kick it out of the end zone and live on the fight. He's going to hit it from the 20 here. Kick off cross win. So Connor Hawkins is going to kick this one for all he's worth.
Got to. Here he goes, kicking it off. Puts his foot behind it. It's way up in the air. Going to be caught about the 20, right up the middle. Dances around, finally gets tackled as he gets across the 40 to the 43, 44-yard line, and that's where the Mules will start this drive.
Good field position for the Mules after that catastrophic snap. Puts the Panthers down 2. His defense comes back out onto the field.
It's on the Mule 44-yard line, right-hand hash, 2 receivers to the left, none to the right. Tight end is also offset to the left-hand side. Conley McKenna, the quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off right up front to Flesher, and gets good 8 yards on first down.
Hardy McLeod on the tackle there, along with Samuel Knox. Knox and Kearley, the middle line, playing the linebacker position.
2nd down and 2. Ball's now at the Liberty Hill 48-yard line. 3 receivers off to the left-hand side. Might see the quarterback fake handoff and run himself here back to the right-hand side. Fake snap, there he goes, off right tackle, called it. He has the first down and more, finally gets tackled at the Liberty Hill 36-yard line.
Showed him the left, hit him with the right. Tim, you did call that immediately, right from the jump.
Well, they moved the receivers off to one side to get more defenders out of the way on the right-hand side to make it more of a one-on-one or one-on-zero running matchup out that way. Now 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. McKenna takes the snap, hands it off to the running back, Flesher, right up the middle, and he stopped for no gain.
Good job there up the middle by Knox. Samuel Knox shoots the gap, gets the tackle, brings up 2nd and long. Number 51 in the ball game, Avery Manette.
2nd and 10, 2 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right. Michael Terry's their top receiver for the Mules. He's way out to the left-hand side. McKenna takes a snap. He's straight drop back. Looks out right-hand side. Has a receiver towards the end zone. Incomplete pass. Good defense. Pass was intended for Rhett Anderson.
Colin Brandt on the defensive, with the defensive pass defense there.
Flag on the play.
And flag in the middle of the field.
Greg, that's in the area of maybe illegal man downfield. Right about.
Oh no,
it's holding against Liberty Hill, and that's going to be an automatic first down, 10 yards. Ball's on the 26-yard line.
Tough break, would have been 3rd and long. Instead, first down and 10 for the Mules. 2-0 here at the start of this ball game.
7 minutes and 28 seconds left in the first quarter. The Mules got on the board first. Now with a safety, 2-0. Snap over the punter's head got him those points. Snap back, handoff left-hand side. That is Terry on the carry. The receiver turned running back here, and he picks up what looks like 9 yards before he's brought down by a bunch of Panther defenders.
Good pickup on first down. Opens up the entire playbook here for Alamo Heights.
2nd down and 1 at the 17-yard line of Liberty Hill. Just under 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 2 receivers, actually 3 receivers to the right. Remember what we just called earlier. Watch for the quarterback fake to the handoff Flesher and running back. Now there's a man in motion left-hand side. Straight drop back pass. His pass all the way. Throws it across to the middle. Incomplete pass in the end zone. Great defense. Pass intended for Rhett Anderson.
Carlton Schrank. It was going to be a completed pass. It was right on the money. But Schrank, with textbook defensive position, uses the opposite shoulder, puts it out in front. Timmy, great ball skills by Schrank at the point of contact there.
3rd and 1. We have one receiver to the left, one to the right-hand side. Looks like it is snapped quarterback, handoff to the running back. Flesher, he gets the first down, gets across the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, take a shot at the end zone, then pick up the first down, get 4 more. Alamo Heights using this position on the field to their advantage. Gannon Mixon checking into the game now as Liberty Hill gets a little bit of a more goal line set.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Flesher at the running back offset to the right-hand side to McKenna's shotgun's position. Snap back to McKenna. Hand off to the fullback right up the middle. Flesher, and he's still on his feet, gets down to the 1-yard line before he's brought down. Good hard run by Flesher right up the middle.
They are trying to say he was in because when Hardy tackled him, he pulled him right over on top of him. They're going to go quick and just try to shove this one in, Tim.
1st and goal from like inside the 1-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. I look for them not to pass it. They're going to hand off again to Flesher, or the quarterback's going to run it himself. Snaps back, hand off to the fullback. He gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown for the Mules.
These Panthers find themselves down 8 quickly. Only 3 plays on offense so far in the first quarter. And it's been all Alamo Heights, Tim.
Ethan Ball is the kicker for the Mules. Snap back, lefty kicker. Kick is up, and it's good. And Alamo Heights has jumped out on the Panthers 9-0 to start this contest. Liberty Hill finds themselves in a hole early. So just like that, the Panthers come out and end up giving up a safety on a snap over the punter's head, then come back and are unable to stop the Mules as they come downfield. They've had themselves in a pretty good situation as they came down, had them on a 3rd and possibly get them up on a 3rd and long, unable to do it. And they find themselves down 9-0 after giving up the touchdown. Let's see if they can bounce back here. They did not get hardly any positive yards on the plays that they had in their first offensive possession. They'll need to try to get that going here in this second possession.
Yeah, just a situation where everything that could go wrong after those first 3 plays for the Panthers seems that's what's happened. They get it back on track and get back into your game plan here, get the offense rolling. Credit this Alamo Heights team and their defensive alignment, something I really haven't seen before.
Right.
Anybody play defense against the Panthers like that in a read and react situation. Onside kick definitely on the table.
No, Greg, not up 9-0 right here. You want to keep
on the table.
Nope. You want to keep the Panthers reeling, and you've got the momentum. You don't want to give it back by giving them great field position at the 50. Greg, I don't know what football state you're from, but
I'm a gambler.
Yeah. A little pooch kick is up in the air, going to be fair caught at the 31-yard line for Liberty Hill.
No different. Same thing.
Yeah.
Try to catch him off guard.
Carlton Schrank with the fair catch, and Liberty Hill will come out and start at the 31-yard line.
The Panther offense stalled a little bit. I think Tim's right. They called that first run. And there they are again. Power I. 4 players on defense behind the nose tackle lined up. Now they adjust as the Panthers come out.
Here they come. Hand off to Carter up the middle. Flags on the play.
It'll be offsides on the Mules.
And pick up
a free play.
Maybe 3 yards, but there's a flag. You think it's offsides, Greg?
I think he jumped. They let the play go. If it was motion, I think they'd have called it.
And they are. They're going to mark off 5 yards against the Mules.
A lot of over pursuit by this Alamo Heights team. Could see could see some kind of misdirection here, because they are chomping at the bit to adjust. Again, 4 players behind the nose guard adjusted to the Panthers.
Here they come, 1st and 5. Handoff left-hand side. That is Pitchford. Has some blockers out in front. Gets down. Gets knocked out of bounds about midfield. Has the first down at the 50-yard line.
Same play they ran on their first possession to the left. They run it to the right there. A little bit better result this time is Joe Pitchford picking them up and putting them down off the right. A slew of blockers out in front.
Very well executed play. Now they're at the 50-yard line. Up to the line of scrimmage they come. Handoff right up the middle to Carter. He picks up 5 yards on first down. That's maybe 6. Good first down run for Carter. That's a crucial play for this offense, Greg, is to get Carter getting touches up the middle to loosen up the other plays for Pitchford and Long. Reese Vickers is the conductor for this offense, the quarterback. Up the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 4. Hand off to Noah Long, left-hand side. He's dancing around, and he's not going to get anything there. Stop for no gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Greg, I no doubt this is 4-down territory for the Panthers.
Absolutely. If they were going to think about putting it in the air, this is a great down to do it on. Have to imagine something like that is going to come along with this defense, the way that they're playing so well against the Panthers up front.
Here we go, 3rd and 4. Up the line of scrimmage they come. Pitch out to the right-hand side. That is Noah Long. He is going to be close to the first down. They're marking him what looks to me very short of the first down. Half a yard short of the first. I thought he had it, but it's 4th down. A crucial moment of the game right here as the Panthers need that half yard. Not sure they're going to give it to Carter. They give it to Pitchford. He gets it. He lunges and gets the first down. Pitchford had that. He was over the line. He got the first down, and the Mules think they've stopped him.
They did. They got excited because of the second effort there that the defense had. Pitchford just ran up and jumped and was able to pick that up. Panthers moved the sticks.
Run the left-hand side, nothing there. No gain on the play as Noah Long again is boxed up by this defense. Can't get him loose.
No, this Alamo Heights defensive front really have come up with a game plan here right now.
Greg, you could see they're all in the gaps. They're on the nose guard. They're in the A gaps. They're lined up in the A, almost look like the A gaps on. Handoff to Pitchford, right-hand side. He's hitting the backfield, gets out of him, gets down the sideline, picks up some yards on the play. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds. It looks like a pickup of about 5 yards. And when I say they're lined up in the A gaps, if those of you don't know what that means, the gap between the center and the guard, the spacing between the center and the guard is called the A gap. The spacing between the guard and the tackle is called the B gap. And the spacing right outside the tackle is called the C gap. Hand off to right-hand side to Pitchford. Nothing there. That's Noah Long. Nothing there. It may be even a loss on the play. It is a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 6. Greg, they are keying on Noah Long something fierce.
Absolutely. This defensive front for the Mules is causing this offense to stall time after time. I haven't seen so many negative plays for the Panthers.
Might we see a pass play right here from Vickers? Pitch out left-hand side to Noah Long. I mean, to Noah Long. Pitchford gets a block, gets down the sideline. Noah Long's down the sideline, still on his feet. Run out of bounds. It looks like about the 5-yard line, and there's flags on the play back at the 35-yard line. Indications are this is coming back.
Yeah, they got Pitchford, I think, on the block. Looked like he might have got him in the back. They're going to bring this one all the way back, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long to where now Joe Pitchford may be throwing it if you see number 3 come onto the field.
Greg, I just think that's an obvious play, but what else are you going to do to try to pick up the first down, right? It's still 4th down, but now that it's backed up to the 45, and it's 4th down and 15. Greg, the only thing is on the passing play is you have multiple targets that now they're bringing the punt unit out into the field. Not taking any chances, and the Mules are celebrating. The defense is super pumped up that they've held the Panther offense again to no points. And now it's a timeout for the Panthers. And we'll take a quick break. 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. The Mules lead the Panthers 9-0. You're listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media.
Liberty Hill Panther Football Booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the Brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. Find out more at lhpantherfootball.com. Business sponsorships can also get in contact at lhfbsponsorships@gmail.com.
Back here after the timeout, and looks like the offense is coming back onto the I can't tell, Greg. I see Vickers. Nope, it's the punting unit, but Vickers is the punter. Greg, this is interesting. Snaps back, it's high. Vickers throwing, looking downfield, throws it downfield into way big coverage. Nothing there. That was not a very well executed play. You know Vickers is not the punter. You're not going to catch people off guard when you put your quarterback set back at punter.
Nope. Took a lot of the surprise out of that.
None.
And put this defense back out onto the field. They're going to have to make a play here as it's 9-0 in the first quarter. The Panthers up against it as their defense gets back out onto the field.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Mules at the 45-yard line, their own 45. McKenna throws it out in the flat left-hand side. It is complete. Complete to Rhett Anderson. He is going to pick up about 7 yards on that play before he's run out of bounds.
Well-designed play there by the Mules, throwing it laterally.
2nd down and 3. Minute 40 left to go in this first quarter. Liberty Hill finds themselves down 9-0. 2 receivers off to the right-hand side, and White Tissel and Rhett Anderson. 1 off to the left-hand side, and Michael Terry. McKenna takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to the fullback, Flesher. No gain on the play.
Good play by Samuel Knox there. Indecision there as he gave it to Flesher. They both had it there for a second.
Is that sometimes when you put a quarterback sticks it in the gut as an option to keep it or go, that the running back can just hang on to it when you're really trying to pull it out?
Absolutely, yeah. If you're a running back and it's in there, your job is to get it.
3rd and 3, 1 receiver right, 1 to the left. Now there's 2 running backs in the backfield. This is a different formation than we've seen them so far. McKenna takes the snap, hands it off to the fullback. and he gets a couple of yards. He's going to be short of the first down, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Greg, I don't think they go for it here. They have the lead.
I think this is the same thing like we had talked about. Now that they do have the lead, now's the time to put the pressure on. Timmy, you're right. Here comes the punting team. The Panthers are going to call a timeout with 27 seconds left here in the first quarter. I saw the punting unit come on. I'm going to give them some time to think about it. You don't want to give this Panther team any momentum right now. So, you are up 9 and you do want to punt it. But again, if you feel that you're comfortable with your defense and how they've been playing, and right now, man, they really have in this first quarter really solved a little bit of this slot T and forced the Panthers to punt, which we haven't seen really all season on a consistent basis.
Right. They've done a really good job, and that's got to be a little worrisome to the slot T mafia that they've just not been able to get anything going. And the one play that they did get down the sideline, I think they've had a couple of penalties negate some good gains, so they got to get that cleaned up. 4th down and 2 for the Mules. The punting team does come onto the field. Carson De Leon, the punter, is out on the field. Greg, I agree with the Mules' decision right here at midfield to punt this away. Liberty Hill has not shown they can move the ball. So let's keep the pressure on the Panthers, punt it away, and make them have a long field. The ball goes out of bounds about the 15-yard line, and that's where the Panther offense will start this drive.
Great job by the defense. Get it back to the offense. Now you're going to see some variations again, some other plays that are meant to work off of this slot T. It's not just the first read, right? We can have some misdirections, can have some fakes, and I have a feeling you're going to start seeing some more of those, some more big plays. Love to see the sweep again with Joe Pitchford. That seems to be working.
Well, Greg, I think they're going to keep jabbing. I think they're going to keep doing some of these plays, poking, try to find that opening. And the quarterback, Vickers, is going to keep it off the left-hand side, and he's going to pick up a couple of yards, 2 yards on the play, make it 2nd and 8. Again, something different there, but I think you continue to try to, sort of like a boxer, that you're doing those short jabs, Greg, that you're just trying to keep hitting in that same spot, wearing them down up the middle in between the tackles. And that's going to do it at the end of the first quarter. With the Mules leading your Liberty Hill Panthers 9-0, we're going to be right back. You're listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Back here to start the second quarter of play. Liberty Hill finds itself down 9-0, and what is amounting to very little offensive movement by the Panthers. Now they're going to start another drive and try to get something going. They're at 2nd and 8 after a 2-yard pickup by quarterback Reese Vickers. Starting this second quarter of play. And Ben Carter has run amok in the last 3-4 games against defenses, but they have bottled him up tonight. He doesn't even have 5 yards on the evening, I don't think. So handoff left-hand side to Noah Long, and he's wrapped up for what looks like a 1-yard loss on the play to make it 3rd and 9.
They cannot get Noah Long loose off of that side. Right now, Joe Pitchford has been the back that's been picking up yards. Probably expect to see that sweep here.
It is going to be it would have to be almost to the far side of the field, which is the Mule side. Ball's on the left-hand hash. Vickers pitched it left-hand side, and that is Pitchford, he's out in the open, has the first down and more. He has across the midfield. Now they're 40. Now they're 31 man to beat. Still on his feet across the 20, down to the 15-yard line.
Big run, Joel Pitchford. Biggest play of the game for the Panthers. He didn't go to the wide side like we thought he was going to. He came to the short side, and this Panther team blocked him. Just power-eyed Tim off the left side. Caught this Alamo Heights defense slipping. They didn't go slot T.
Pitchford's having to come out for some reason.
He was gassed after running that deal. He's not seeing the trainer. He's just on the sideline catching his breath.
He's been out a big portion of the season. It's an injury to a Mule player on the far sideline right at the 20, Greg. I didn't see it.
Yep, he's
down
out
of bounds.
Off the field.
Pitchford came over. I don't know if he's coming. He's out. He walked over to the sideline, or if he's just getting a drink and going back in. No, because I actually now see Jackson Hines in the game. So maybe they're giving him a breather. He came off, took his helmet off. It was a big, hard run, great run. Now the ball's at the 16-yard line. 11 minutes left to go until halftime. Liberty Hill's down 9-0. Jackson Harrison, the center for Liberty Hills, up the line of scrimmage now. Quarterback's under, handoff to Carter, left-hand side. There's flags on the play, and there's movement on the line. It's going to back them up 5.
Not what they needed there. Is a penalty. They've been playing penalty-free on the offense for the most part. They've just been getting stopped. Now that they have some success, shoot themselves in the foot and back themselves up.
Penalties, have been a nemesis at times for the Panthers, have negated some of their drives, but maybe they can overcome this one. It's back to the 21-yard line. They need to come away with this drive with some points. Ball's on the right-hand hash. Vickers under center. There's movement again. They're throwing the flag. There were 2 running backs moving on the snap, and that was a big no-no. And it's going to cost them another 5 yards.
Pitchford back in now. And again, that was just 2 running backs going at the same time. And they might decline this one.
No, they blew it dead before that. They didn't let the play run out. That's the terrible part. They did not let the play continue. They blew it beforehand, in my opinion, Greg. And they're saying they're declining it, but I think everybody stopped upon hearing the whistle, but nothing. What do I know?
They declined it. I mean, you have them in 2nd and long. No need to push them back 5.
2nd and 16. Pitch out left-hand side to Pitchford. Has some blockers, but he's wrapped up for a loss on the play. Going to lose 2 yards, and going to bring up 3rd down for the Panthers and very long.
Emmanuel Harris up from his defensive back position to make the tackle along with Will Broderick. Try to maybe make a manageable 4th down, or Tim, get it into a spot where you can kick this field goal. You said you want to come away here with points and negate that safety. One good way to do that is a Connor Hawkins field goal.
There was an injury on one of the offensive linemen too, and they've had to substitute. Pitchford came off the field. He's missed a lot of games, so I'm sure he's gassed when he makes these runs, so they're trying to give him a break. Up to the line of scrimmage are the Panthers. And Liberty Hill's going to call a timeout to talk about it.
And now you can hear the Liberty Hill coaches yelling in the box next to me. And so what another tactic that teams will use against Liberty Hill is they wait until the last minute to put the sub onto the field, and they force the referee to stand over the center and not let the Panthers come up to the line quickly, which is what the Panthers like to do. They like to break the huddle. Jackson Harrison brings them up to the line. Here comes Vickers. They all get down, bang, they snap the ball. But when you substitute an offensive player, the defense is allowed to bring a player on as well. And Panthers, the defenses that we play against, we know that they're using the rule to their advantage by trying to slow down the Panthers. And right there, that's exactly what happened. Forced the Panthers to take a timeout.
Panthers back on to the huddle.
Their last timeout of the half, Tim.
9 minutes, 54 seconds left to go into halftime. Liberty Hill down 9-0. It is a 3rd and long, 3rd and 18 from the Mule 24-yard line. If they don't pick up the first down, Greg, you're right. You'd like to see them pick up some yards to at least try to get it set up for Connor Hawkins to at least attempt a field goal. It's going to be a pass play as Vickers rolls out to the right-hand side, throws it. It is dropped in and out of the hands of Jet Harrison, the freshman.
You hear us talk about it all the time. When a team like Liberty Hill that runs the ball constantly, they have to throw a pass and so much riding on it right there. Harrison might have been able to pick up the first down. Vickers did put him a little bit behind him, but we're going to see Connor Hawkins get on the field here with his perhaps biggest field goal attempt of the year.
It's a 41-yard field goal attempt by Hawkins. Left hand hash, snaps back, the hold's good, the kick is up, and it's good! Connor Hawkins puts some points on the board for the Panthers with a 41-yard field goal attempt.
Nice to have a kicker that can put it through the uprights. We've talked about him being a weapon all season long, his ability to kick extra points and be the leading scorer on this team because of it. But I tell you what, you get on the board for 3 points. Those are some big 3 points.
Yes, it is.
For the Panthers.
Right. I totally agree. No touchdown, but this is a good result. Nonetheless, getting these points on the board with 9:48 left to go until halftime. Liberty Hill is down 9-3 to Alamo Heights.
I say leading scorer, one of the leading scorers. He puts a lot of points up on the board.
He does.
Maybe none bigger than those three right there to put the Panthers on the board.
Greg, we were talking about this is a nice stadium. Kudos to the design of this stadium, the Memorial Stadium here at Bastrop ISD. It really is a nice stadium. We talk about the press box. It's not the mega stadiums with big bleachers or whatever, but we like the design of the press box, Greg. I think they're a very nice host. We've been here earlier this year when we played Cedar Creek, and I'm really nice stadium and glad that they're able to host us this week.
Oh, wide open field. Nice track around it as well.
Yeah.
You can see off in the distance they can probably host huge track meets here.
Yeah. Here goes the Connor Hawkins kickoff from his 40. Kicks it up, pooches it up in the air, hanging, and fair caught at the 30-yard line. Fair caught by one of the Mules.
Neither team letting the other get their special teams kickoff return going.
Ball set at the 30-yard line. See if the Panthers can make another stop. Keep them from scoring, get the ball back. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Conley McKenna, the quarterback for the Mules. Takes the snap, fake hands off, runs to the left-hand side. He picks up what looks like about 5 or 6 yards before he's brought down.
Colin Brandt got an absolute wallop in on McKenna, full shoulder as he brought him down.
Be 2nd and 4. Told you McKenna's also not only their quarterback, their leading rusher on the season. Over 800 yards on the ground. One receiver right, one to the left. One out to the left is way wide. There's movement by the offensive line, and they're going to back them up 5 yards.
Looked like McKenna tried to do the hard snap, and get the Panthers to jump to catch a free play, and he got his own guys. You saw all the Liberty Hill Panthers flinching, but not getting into the neutral zone at all, whereas like 2 Alamo Heights linemen on the left side reacted and jumped.
Now it's 2nd and 9. 1 receiver right, 1 left. Exact same formation they had before the penalty. Snaps back. Fake handoff to the fullback. Quarterback's going to try to run it. He just gets a couple of yards. The defense does pretty good, stopping him there, only limiting him to 1 yard. Second down and 8. Knox, 3rd and 8.
Knox, Kearley, right up the middle there, along with Wyatt Sprinkle from his defensive end position. They just buttoned that one right up.
3rd and 8. 2 receivers now to the left-hand side, 1 on the right. Running back Bennett Flesher in the backfield with quarterback Conley McKenna. McKenna takes the snap. It's going to be a pass all the way. Looks left, throws it left. It is complete at the 40-yard line. Enough for a first down to move the chains. Well-designed play by the Mules. Almost called a Bastrop Bears, who were talking about their stadium.
Great route by Rhett Anderson. He made the break in. They needed the 8 yards. He ran a 9-yard pattern. McKenna put it right on the button as number 3 came back to the ball.
3 receivers to the right. This could be a quarterback run back to the left-hand side. We'll see here. 3 receivers to the right in case there's anybody in motion. There's not. Snaps back. It's straight drop back. It's pass all the way. McKenna looking downfield. Throws it downfield to no one. It was incomplete. I'm not really sure what happened on that one. It may misread.
As good as the read was that last play, it's as bad as that one was. There wasn't anyone within 20 yards.
Now, Greg.
Okay, 10 yards. Okay. 10 yards.
Yeah, come on.
10, 15.
Come on, Greg.
Okay, 18 and a half yards. It was a terrible pass to nobody.
2nd and 10. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Running back still in the backfield with the quarterback McKenna. McKenna takes it, looks left, throws it, completes at the line of scrimmage. It is complete, dancing around. It is to Rhett Anderson. Dances around, gets some yards before he's brought down. It'll be short of the first down by a few yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and what may be 3. Greg, it's really hard to see the down markers from here because they're not new. They're sun faded, and I can't see them very well.
Right in with the players.
In the players, right. It's 3rd and 3 or 4. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Snaps back to McKenna. Fake hands off, runs it right up the middle himself, and he is going to get the first down. Move the chains, gets inside Liberty Hill territory to the 47-yard line.
Good tackle by David Morris there. Into the game comes Avery Manette.
First down for the Mules, now in Liberty Hill territory. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Running back offset to the left-hand side of quarterback McKenna. McKenna takes the snap, hands it off to the fullback right up the middle. Gets to the 45-yard line, a pickup of a couple of yards. Greg, this is one of the few offenses we've seen this year that constantly uses a tight end.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. A lot of teams have just tried to spread this defense out. The Mules are lining up and trying to punch them in the mouth, and they are just chipping away.
2nd and 8 for the Mules. 3 receivers right, 1 left. No, none to the left. Running backs on the left-hand side. Snap back. Fake handoff to the fullback. Quarterback runs to the other side, just like this play's designed to do, and he gets run out of bounds about the 40. And that's going to should be short of a first down by a little bit. It'll bring up 3rd down, a big 3rd down.
Aiden Burrell on the tackle there as McKenna. Tim's found a little bit of a tell here. That's maybe the 3rd time, Tim, where they've spread those 3 out And then McKenna has pulled it in and run to the other side.
3rd and 3. Big third down at the Panther 40-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fletcher's the running back again. Offset to the left of quarterback McKenna. Hands it off to the fullback right up the middle, and they're going to stop him way short of the first down. Back at the line of scrimmage, no gain on the play. It's going to bring up a crucial 4th down.
Way short of the first down.
And
now it's a long way to get that first down.
Decision time for the Mules, and they're leaving their offense on the field. 4.5 minutes left. I think the Mules are going to go for it right here, no doubt. And, Greg, they will not hand it off to the fullback right here. I look for the quarterback to keep it, or a very, very short, precise passing route. Nope, they're going to run this game. And it's a timeout by Alamo Heights. And
they were not going to run it.
No, they were
going
not.
to throw that ball. It looked like he was going to get that ball in 8 yards back away from the line of scrimmage, and they were going to throw it 3 men out into the pattern, maybe the tight end. But they wanted it quick. That coaching staff said, nope, we're going to get that timeout.
Yep. Yeah, they showed a tell there, but they won't do that again, Greg, because they showed it, right? They showed that card. And Greg, I just think the best play right here is that they've shown so far is spreading them out to the one side and doing an option of handing off to the fullback, quarterback, keeper. That's been their most successful running play, is the quarterback keeper opposite the 3 receivers.
Flesher has not been a factor on the handoff. I guess you got to respect it, but
yes,
really keeping a hold of McKenna has to be the priority here for the Panthers. I doubt they're going to put it in the air. I thought you were right on the first guess. You go RPO with McKenna and let him try to figure it out. They're willing to put it in his hands to throw it.
I think they do it again. But there did run a play earlier where one of the receivers ran the ball, Greg, and I don't mind. I think that could be an option as well. But now they have a fullback in, 2 receivers. They've not set up with that quarterback running play, but passing play all the way. It is blocked by Liberty Hill, and they are going to turn it over on downs. Pass is blocked.
Awesome job by Creek getting in there and blocking that ball. Jumped up as McKenna tried to throw it over the top of him. It did not work.
Greg,
big defensive play there.
It almost looked like Liberty Hill had seen that play on film, right? And had the guy in the right spot.
Creek was right there, had read that play off the right side, did not bite for the fake at all, stayed right in front of McKenna, jumped at the perfect time and knocked it down.
Liberty Hill now has the ball back at their 40-yard line. Handoff left-hand side to Pitchford. He picks up 3 to 4 yards on first down. We have 4 minutes left to go until halftime. Liberty Hill down 9-3.
And they get the ball back to start the second half. So if the cards are played right, this Liberty Hill team could have a nice long sustained drive here, come back out and do it again. But right now, just trying to pick up a first down.
But bad thing is they don't have any timeouts left, so that's going to come back to get them here in this drive. So they need to strike and strike fast. Vickers keeps the ball himself. He spins out of a tackle, and he's going to be bunched up for no gain on the play. It'll bring up third down. Greg, you don't want to give it back to the Mules either. So they're Mules have 2 timeouts left, and that's still for Alamo Heights. It's a lot of time since they do pass the ball and have 2 timeouts. Be great to pick up this first down here. It is 3rd down and 6. Up the line of scrimmage. Ball's on the right-hand hash. The Panthers up the line of scrimmage. Inside handoff to Carter, and he picks up a few yards, but he's going to be short of the first down. It's going to bring him 4th down and a long 2. And will the Panthers go for it or they're going to send the punting unit out? They don't want to not pick it up, Greg, and give the ball back with over 2 minutes left to this Mule team.
No, great job by the Mules again to get the Panthers off. The Alamo Heights Mules holding the Panthers to 3 points here in the first half. What
unheard
of.
Just
an unbelievable job by these Mules.
Well, again, Vickers is the quarterback. I mean the punter, and he's doing the same thing, but he's going to punt it, gets it away, he runs out to the right-hand side. Ball is going to bounce dead about the 25, 26-yard line, and that's where the Mule offense will start.
Maybe like an option.
That's true.
An option punt.
Yep. And, if you do that and you do that a lot, which we haven't seen that a lot this year, which is the thing. If you do that a lot and show it to other teams that you're going to either punt it or not punt it, and have that as an option. But we've not seen Vickers back there hardly at all this year, which made it a big surprise. Of course, we haven't seen their punt unit on the field a lot, to be fair.
Hardly at all.
McKenna is the quarterback. The ball on their 26-yard line, snaps back. Handoff left-hand side, that is to Rhett Anderson, and he gets bunched up. There's a flag on the play, maybe not sure what that is, but pickup of 3 yards on the play. It's going against the Mules. Looking at Coach Walker on the sideline, he's pointing towards the Mules, and they're going to take it. Let's see what they call. Going to back them up 10. Greg, right here is where I think the Mules need to just run the clock out, take their, take the lead into the locker room. You don't agree. You want them to take these shots right here. You think they should take some shots? And maybe
absolutely should. I absolutely do. Not knowing this Liberty Hill team the way that I do, I would absolutely not take my foot off the gas here if I was the Alamo Heights Mules. But
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. The tight ends off to the right. Now there's man in motion. There's 2 receivers to the left, opening up the big wide side, left-hand side of the field. Snaps back, fake handoff, quarterback run right up the middle, and he's going to have a first down. No, not a first down. He'll be short after that penalty. Gets to the 30-yard line. He'll be short by 6 yards. It'll bring 2nd down and 6 at the 30-yard line.
But you got to feel content going into the halftime with a 6-point lead, and even more so with the ability to shut down this Panther running game.
A little over a minute left, minute and 5 seconds left. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snaps back to McKenna. Handoff to the running back, right-hand side. No, he keeps it himself. Conley tricked me. Gets a first down to the 39-yard line.
Really haven't seen Flesher do much. I don't know how long that fake is going to work as far as pulling people away from McKenna. He's going to have to hand it off here. And Flesher's going to have to make positive yards out of it for it to work deep into the second half.
40 seconds left to go until halftime. Liberty Hill down 9-3. Snaps back McKenna. He's going to take a shot at it. Throws it across the middle, and it's picked off at midfield. Liberty Hill's down to the 45-yard line, and the Panthers will take over with 27 seconds left until halftime.
Great pick. Little tip drill there. Colin Brandt with the catch after Wyatt Sprinkle got the tip drill there for McKenna and the Panthers. 27 seconds. They have a little bit of work to do to get maybe in Connor Hawkins' range, but great play by this defense to give the Panthers a chance.
The ball's on the Mule 44-yard line. Hand off to Pitchford. He pulls it up. He throws it downfield, and there's incomplete. Man, he was all over him. It pass was intended for his brother Jack Gray. I thought that was interference.
There's the Pitchford to Pitchford contact or play that we've seen that's, hooked up 4 touchdowns in the past. He absolutely.
Greg, they got interference right there. That was automatically in field goal range again. But I think they missed that call. But, who am I? I'm sort of a homer, right? So 2nd down. Pitchford now takes to the right-hand side, trying to get to the sideline, pushes off on somebody. Gets hit. No gain on the play. That's tough. 11 seconds left to go until halftime. I'd like for maybe see him take a couple of shots, Greg, and maybe try to get an interference call, right, to get them in field goal range.
You got 11 seconds here. You might as well take a shot. There's no, at least down to the 20, try to get a sideline play or something. The Panthers.
3rd down, 11 seconds left until halftime. Vickers takes a snap, inside handoff to Noah Long. Not going to be much there, maybe a yard or two on it, and at least 4 seconds left. And I think Liberty Hill is just going to take it to the locker room. Coaches are already even taking off their headsets. So,
I mean, you got 4 seconds here. You're throwing it up to the end. You're throwing it. You're Hail Marying it to the end zone here.
We'll see, Greg. We'll see what they got.
I know Joe Pitchford can reach the end zone. I have a feeling Reese Vickers could reach the end zone.
Reese got a good arm too. Yeah. We'll see what they
40 yards to the end zone. I think you could make it from 40 yards
Greg,
to the end zone.
No, man, I got bad shoulders.
Oh.
I can't do that. I can't throw it very far. Hand off back to Noah Long. They're just going to hand it off, Greg. I don't even know why you're up here doing all this color commentary.
Because I love to throw it. I love to throw the ball and catch it. My goodness gracious, the Panthers leave a little bit out on the field there, but you know what?
Yep.
They stopped the Mules there from coming down and putting it in the end zone. Yep. Have to go back in. The defense, great job in the first half to hold the Mules to 9, but the offense, Tim.
I know. 3 points. We have to go way back in the history book to find out when they didn't score a touchdown and a half. Way back. So,
not this current team and this offense. That's you have to tip your cap to the coaching staff, Ron Ritteman, out there, and defensive coordinator Mules. Give those guys a shout out because they have come up with a game plan here that is purposeful. We're watching it unfold. It's not something that is because of the game or how it's being played. It is a designed way to stop this Liberty Hill team, and right now it's working. They are doing the job with the defensive eye adjustment as the Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage. You can see probably every football coach that plays the Panthers is going to be watching this game to try to figure out how they held the Panthers to 3 points in the first
Greg,
quarter.
I'll tell you, it is those X's and O's, but you can't do it without the right Jimmy and Joes, right? The personnel also is doing a great job.
I have a feeling that it's a little bit more of a combination of both than we've seen in the past, because we've seen this Panther team get beat by Jims and Joes. We have not seen them get beat by X's and O's that much. You don't see them get schemed against. It's usually the players. And right now I'm not seeing necessarily a big defensive player like a Caleb Levy or the guys from from Waco. I don't see that happening. I really see the scheme working, and these Panthers coaches staff, they got their hands full now. They're going to have to go in and make these adjustments and get the Panthers back out here ready to go.
Greg, and they're going to do that. Now they're fixing to make their money, right? They're going to go in at halftime, make their money. Liberty Hill finds themselves down 9-3 here at halftime. We're going to take a little break and catch our breath, and we're going to leave the microphone on so you can hear the bands perform at halftime. And stay with us because we have an exciting second half left. Can Liberty Hill bounce back and get their offense moving and take this lead and get this win in here in the playoffs? Greg Ceriti and myself, Tim Dean, we're going to take a little break here at halftime. You're listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media.
Be a Liberty Hill Panther football booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the Brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. File HFB sponsorships at gmail.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Texas. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
those stands, please stand for the Alamo Heights fight song. Band directors for the Mighty Mule Band are David Stevenson, Matthew Moreno, Troy Chester, Anika Sasego, Axel Esparza. Junior school directors are Steve McCrory, Sidney Robinson, and Mike Wilson. The Alamo Heights High School principal is Corey Smith, and the Alamo Heights Independent School District Superintendent, Dr. Dana Bashar. Go Mules! Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the award-winning Liberty Bells and Stars. The Bells and Stars are directed by Ken Priori. This year's officers are Captain Mallory Tate, Co-Captain Braley Davidson, Senior Lieutenant Helena Block, and Junior Lieutenants Callie Clark, Emily Lambert, and Delaney Mango. Bell social officers are Caitlin Brooks, Brooklyn Harris, and President Audrey Itz. This year's JVCs are Natalie Blay and Avery Gunther. The Stars Major is Grace LaRoche. The Bells and Stars will be performing a palm routine to Sweet Caroline. David Flores. Feature trailer at Shirley Sherlander. Tonight the band will be performing a collection of our favorite stand tunes for you, starting with Land of a Thousand Dances. Continue with Seven Nation Army. Before we play our final number, I'd like to recognize the veterans of the week, our drum majors. Section of the week, the mellophones. And now, to finish off the performance, Hey Baby. High School Panther Band.
Just like every female student, coach, official, and administrator blaze the trail for me, because every student deserves the opportunity to play. Encourage girls you know to participate in Texas high school sports.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
high school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for always creating a positive experience for us. We'll never forget it.
From all of us at the NIAAA, thank you to every athletic administrator in Texas for all you do to enrich the lives of your students. It does not go unnoticed. This message presented by the NIAAA, the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here in time to start the second. The kick, Ethan Ball is kicking this one off. Back deep for the Panthers is Noah Long, standing at his 5-yard line. And they're going to kick it up in the air, and it's going to be bounce, and it's on the ground. Noah Long needs to grab it. As soon as he does, he gets tackled immediately. That did not go as planned, as Noah Long and Gavin Salinas let it bounce. Didn't know who was going to get it, and really no return on the play.
Well, that's not the way that you want to start the second half. You get Noah Long with the ball, and they're going to kick it to him. That's exactly what the Panthers want, but the mishandling now, and the Panthers up against it. See if they can get the third quarter started right.
Ball at the 14-yard line of the Panthers for this start of this drive. Like to have a nice sustained drive for the Panthers. Handoff left-hand side. That is Noah Long. He has the first down, gets across the 25-yard line to the 27. Be a pickup of about 13 yards on that carry.
Great run off the left side. Exactly what these Panthers needed to do is just get something that they can build on.
Now handoff left-hand side, 27-yard line, and that is Pitchford, gets to the 35, and that's for a pickup of 8.
Adjustments made. Whatever they had been doing, these guys got together, have figured it out, and now are putting people into position, putting hats on shoulder pads and opening up these holes for the running backs.
Different formation, handoff left-hand side to Noah Long, and he has the first down, a pickup of about 3 yards, gets to the 38-yard line. Again, another first down for the Panthers. As we're just getting underway here in the second half, Alamo Heights leads Liberty Hill 9-3.
You heard that right, folks. 9-3.
Vickers takes the snap, inside handoff. That is to Carter, and they bunch him up for maybe a gain of 1 yard. Gets to the 39. 1 yard on the carry. Greg, you got to keep running that play to keep that punch going, to keep that jab going.
You do, absolutely. It has not produced much fruit just yet, but it sets up everything else. They won't ever go away from it. It is one of the bedrock of this offense.
2nd and 9. And off left-hand side to Pitchford. He gets hit, stays on his feet, gets some tough yardage. Looks like he's close. He's around the 43, 44-yard line. It'll make it 2nd down and 4, maybe 5. I call it 2nd and 5. 3rd and 5, excuse me. 3rd down and 5. Try to keep picking up this another first down.
Alamo Heights using that tactic again.
Vickers going to keep it, cuts it up, gets across the 45, picks up a couple of yards. It'll make it 4th down and 2, and Liberty Hill is probably going to be forced to punt the ball. And here comes the punting unit. Greg, I don't think we'll see a fake. We do see now Connor Hawkins coming on to do the punting. We saw Vickers the last couple of times out line up in the punter position. Fourth and 2, punting team's out. Oh, it's a fake snap to the up back, and they're going to get him. Stop him down. Back didn't fool anybody. There's a flag on the play thrown right in the center.
Not sure who the flag's going to be on
I don't
there.
think it's against the defense. It's where he threw it. It doesn't, and it's not. It was a legal shift against the Panthers. They're going to decline it, and they're going to get the ball in great position. Greg, I just got an update that I'm trying to get. There's soccer. You watch soccer, Greg?
I do watch soccer. What's the update on the game?
I didn't get it. I think there's an update, but first and 10 for the Mules. 2 receivers to the left-hand side, none to the right. McKenna takes the snap, throws it out to the left-hand side, and it's incomplete pass in and out of the hands. Bring up second down. Second down and 10 for the Mules. There's movement going to cost them 5 yards. Back it up. Greg, the United States and England tied 0-0.
0-0 in a barn burner.
Yeah, my wife goes, how can you end in a tie? How can anybody end in a tie?
Maybe pool play. Yeah. You've had some wiffle ball tournaments where they end in ties.
Yeah, but we go extra innings.
But not in a pool play, you don't. Pool play, you don't.
All right. I see.
You can explain it to her later.
Second and 15. Ball's back now. McKenna has 2 running backs in the backfield with him. 2 receivers off left-hand side. Hands it off to the one guy going to the left, Michael Terry. Gets to the sideline. They run him out of bounds after a pickup of about 6 yards.
Tanner Kearley giving him chase, running him out of bounds. Along with Gavin Salinas coming up from his spot. Brings up second and long. Third and long, rather.
Yeah, 3rd and 9. Ball's at the 41-yard line of Liberty Hill. 2 receivers right-hand side, 2 running backs in the backfield with McKenna, the quarterback. To give him extra options and blockers, I think. Snaps back. He hands off to the one of the running backs. He has the first down and a little bit more. Gets to the 31, 32-yard line. No, actually, he's right at the chain, Greg. I think they're going to give him the first down, and they do. Wow, they almost stopped him short.
Have not seen that play in the first half with Michael Terry like that.
Yep.
Maybe one time they ran it, but it's a success to the right and now, or rather to the left and now to the right.
Ball's at the Liberty Hill 32-yard line. 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Liberty Hill down 9-3. 2 receivers to the left-hand side. 1 running back this time, Bennett Flesher, in the backfield with quarterback Conley McKenna. McKenna takes the snap, hands off to Flesher, right-hand side. He gets across the 30 to the 25. Actually, they're going to mark him down about the 27-yard line is where his knee hit. And that's a pickup of about 5 yards.
Well, I think it's where the ball is when your knee hits. So
I didn't look like that's where they marked him that time.
It did not. They very favorable spot there for the Panthers.
2nd and 5. 2 receivers now to the left-hand side, and Terry and Rhett Anderson far left-hand side. Flesher still at running back to the left of quarterback McKenna. McKenna takes the snap, looks left, throws it out left. It is complete right at the 21-yard line. Ball is just enough to get across the first down marker and move the chains at the 21-yard line. 7 minutes left to go in this third quarter of play. Liberty Hill down 9-3 to the Mules. Ball's on the left-hand hash. Now with the receivers, Michael Terry and Red Anderson are way off to the right-hand side. No receivers on the left. Double tight end set. Now Anderson moves back to the left-hand side in motion, snaps back, handoff to Flesher off the right tackle. He gets down to the 15-yard line, a pickup of 6.
Two of the best running plays for Flesher has come in his last 2 runs. And getting to a spot where he's taking that first, that fake. Going to be much more productive when McKenna pulls it.
Two receivers left, this time one off to the right-hand side. White Thistle is the slot receiver on the left. McKenna takes the snap, tucks it himself, going to run up the middle, gets across the 10, the 5, and he's trying to get to the end zone, and he's going to be stopped a little bit short down to the 2. Be first and goal for Alamo Heights.
The fake pass run there for these Mules. They put a bunch of receivers out in the pattern, and then McKenna tucked it and ran. There was nobody up the middle there to stop him, Tim. It was a good design play.
Just under 6 minutes left. First and goal. Alamo Heights up 9-3. Snap back, hand off to Flesher on the right-hand side. He gets in for a touchdown. Touchdown, Alamo Heights.
Wonder if they kick it or they go for 2 here.
They're switching out units, so looks to me like they're. Oh, they're going for it.
Up 12.
No, they're going to kick it. They're going to kick it.
I think the book, Tim, says you got to go for 2 here.
Greg, they don't have that book.
They mustn't have it.
We've heard of the book. I think I think kick is up and it is good. Greg, I think that book is with the Dead Sea Scrolls somewhere.
The book says go for 2 there. Put yourself up 14.
Well, they kick it and they're up now 16-3. Liberty Hill needs to get that offense going here on this next drive.
Felt like Liberty Hill came out and started really well with some well-designed plays. Alamo Heights on their heels, and then they made a couple there to get back out and keep with your game plan here. The defense been playing well. Need to put some plays together and get 7 on the board.
Greg, they just can't get anything. I mean, again, the longest run, if you take out, the penalty of Noah Long had a big long run, but past that, Greg, can you tell me what the longest run was? 13 yards maybe?
No, they have not been able to string them together.
And Liberty Hill has been accustomed to getting some of those in hunks, Greg, and big yardage. They've just not been able to do that. Alamo Heights has come into this game with a great game plan and great execution by this defense. Noah Long is back deep again, standing about the 10-yard line, waiting for this kick. Ethan Ball is the kicker for Alamo Heights. He's got the ball teed up.
Well, Bertrand, hey, that go. We had to get ready for that. So Coach Les going to take us the rest of the way. Hopefully Coach Les gives us some good luck here. And
Merle's got to go to work.
He's got to go to work.
Kick is away. Noah Long is caught it at the goal line, runs into the end zone, going to run it out, trying to get to the sideline, and does. He's off across the 30 to the 40, the 50. The 40 run out of bounds, actually tackled inside the 40. I don't see any flags, Greg. Great return by Noah Long.
I don't see any either, Tim. And what Noah Long just did there is probably the coaches are saying, hey, man, don't catch it over your shoulder as it's going into the end zone.
Yes.
Number 21 knew he needed to make something happen, and right there
wow.
he did. maybe the biggest play of the game for Long. Coach Les takes over an immediate impact.
Handoff left inside of Pitchford, gets a nice run, gets tackled, pick up of 5 yards. Noah Long returns that to the 36-yard line. 64-yard return, actually more than that because he went into the end zone.
At the 3-yard line, he's catching it over your shoulder. You're going to get in trouble for that as a returner. You got to let that ball go into the end zone. But again,
you think he's in trouble?
Nope, not at all. Get a sticker on your helmet, son.
2nd and 5,
Great
balls
job.
at the 31-yard line of Alamo Heights. Vickers takes a snap. Fake hands off, going to run himself, gets the yards, gets close to I think he has the first down to the 25-yard line, going to move the chains.
Vickers getting into the action now.
Offense up to the line of scrimmage, the ball at 25, 1st and 10. Hand off to Pitchford, left-hand side, or Noah Long gets across the 20, the 15, the 10, and he's going to score! Touchdown, Noah Long, 25 yards!
No flags on the play. They're going to count that one. I tell you what, this Panther offense is fired up right now. It was working there.
Yep.
And Noah Long broke some tackles, puts it in the end zone. Panthers down 7 pending the extra point kick. Now somebody over there's got to look for that book, Tim, because they're like, we should have went for 2. We would have been up 7 if Connor Hawkins is able to make this.
Snaps back. Kick is up, and it is good. Connor Hawkins gets the Panthers to 10, and Alamo Heights leads Liberty Hill 16-10.
Just what we needed, Coach Les. Just like that. Noah Long goes against the grain, fields the kick, tries to make something happen, be the spark for his team, and does exactly that. Puts the Panthers back within 6, but more so, I think, gives this offense the shot of adrenaline it needs to know that they can move the ball against these Mules.
Right. Now the defense has got to step up, make some plays, got to make something happen here. They need to stop, Greg. They can't let Alamo Heights run down the field. Now, remember, that drive was set up by a fake punt. They had a very short field. Mm-hmm. They didn't have to go the length of the field, and I think Liberty Hill got themselves in a little bit of a pickle right there by trying to do a fake punt.
There is no tomorrow, so
no,
listen,
I get it.
Coach Walker absolutely, like his brother, like Coach Vance, this offense is definitely, and this team will definitely take chances,
yes,
and they will do some things that that'll put pressure on the defense, and that right there is one of them. And
Greg, that's a second fake punt they've done today. And log that into your memory. The second unsuccessful fake punt attempt that's given Alamo Heights good field position both times. Connor Hawkins set to tee it up, try to kick it off. Michael Terry back deep for Alamo Heights along with Red Anderson. Jackson Duffin. Pooch kick left-hand side, fair caught at the 38-yard line. That's where Alamo Heights will start this drive. Conley McKenna, the quarterback for the Mules, are out onto the field. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. Ball's on the right-hand hash. 2 receivers left-hand side. That's Michael Terry and Red Anderson going way left. Bennett Flesher, the running back there with, again, quarterback McKenna. McKenna takes the snap, hands off to Flesher right-hand side. He breaks open, and he's off to the races. No one's going to catch him. It's going to be a touchdown to Flesher. That is a 61-yard touchdown.
Just like that, an answer from the Mules. And adjustments were made in the Mule locker room as well. We just saw it right there. They had been bottling up Flesher all half long. He had some good runs there on the last possession, but that by far his best run of the game. Bring the Panther offense back out onto the field pending the extra point, unless they're going to go for 2. They checked the book, they found the book, and they've said, you know what, this time we're going to go for 2.
They are 22-10. They're going to try to make it a 24-10 game with this. Now the Mules are going to call timeout. Maybe
after they saw the Panther offense, now they said, oh boy, here we go. We better get the points while we can get them.
Right.
We're going to go for.
Now they call a timeout,
They
Greg.
did call
Maybe
a timeout.
Not. I don't. They come out to talk to the official, and I'm not really sure why. I see the head coach talking to him, pointing. Not really sure what this is about, why they did this.
Timeout, Alamo Heights. Their first timeout of the half.
Not really sure, Greg. Okay, we'll take a quick break. The Mules up 22-10. You're listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media.
What does the 50th anniversary of Title IX mean? It means I'm valued, I'm empowered, I can do anything. It means I'll pave the way for every girl who plays high school sports in the future. Just like every female student, coach, official, and administrator blaze the trail for me. Because every student deserves the opportunity to play. Encourage girls you know to participate in Texas high school sports.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Hey, football fans, you don't want to miss out on the UIL State football experience at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas this December. Come out for an action-packed 4 days, Wednesday, December 14th through Saturday, December 17th, and witness the best teams in each division battle it out for the final games of the season. Tickets, all tournament passes can be found at uiltexas.org. Here we go for the extra point attempt. They're going to run it. Quarterback is under pressure, throws it across the middle, and it is incomplete pass and incomplete, so no 2-point conversion. It is going to stay 22-10. And the Panthers are going to receive this kickoff and see if they can keep that momentum going.
Consulting the book. Great job there by the defense to keep the Mules out of the end zone for 2 points there. Put the offense back out on the field. They were frothing at the mouth that last series there, set up by Noah Long. Have to figure that the Mules will not kick it back to 21 here.
No, absolutely, and they're discussing that right now. They're not going to kick it deep, Greg. It just not wise here, in my opinion. I think they're going to pooch kick it, try to force an up back to make a fair catch, and just get them Liberty Hill to get the ball around the 30-yard line somewhere. I think that's what I would be thinking right now, and keeping it away from Noah Long.
We saw the pooch kick. They've been doing the pooch kick, both teams, just trying to negate the
return. Yeah,
and it's working well. They decided to kick one out of the end zone. Noah Long makes him pay. Gavin Salinas, Jack Pitchford, and Noah Long back deep for the Panthers.
See how this goes. Noah Long standing about his 5-yard line. And, Greg, their kickoff team both has two guys that sort of line up like they're fixing to onside kick it. And I don't think they're going to do that here, because they also don't want Liberty Hill to have the ball at midfield if they don't successfully kick it. And they're going to pooch kick it left-hand side. It's not being fair caught. It's caught return of about 3 yards before that was didn't see the number on the guy that caught it.
That was number 26, Brandon Creek. He made the big defensive stop on 4th down in the first half there.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Panthers have the ball on their own 37-yard line, maybe 38. Their own 38-yard line. That's where this drive will start. Here we have 4.5 minutes left to go in this third quarter of play. Liberty Hill trails 22-10. Handoff left-hand side. That is to Noah Long. He cuts back in. Nothing doing. They bottle him up. Try to strip him. He picks up 2 yards, gets to the 40-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 8.
Still the same defensive tactic being used by the Mules. They're lined up in an I formation on defense, folks. And when the Panthers come up to the line, they adjust.
Yep. 2nd and 8. Figures pitches left-hand side to Pitchford. Gets across the 45, the 50. He has an open field across the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. And it looks like he's in. It is touchdown, Panthers! 60-yard run for Pitchford.
Great blocking off the left side, Tim. And Pitchford took advantage of it. He may have been winded in the first half, but didn't look like it affected him there. He broke some tackles, Tim, to make it happen as well. Great answer by these Panthers. They checked the book. They're going to go for 1 and bring it to within 5.
Connor Hawkins on. Snaps back. Kick is up. It's good. And wait, hold on, everybody. Hold on. The referee is signaling something. Nobody's left the field yet. Holding. Oof. Wow. When do you see holding on an extra point?
I guess just right now they're going to back up Hawkins.
10 yards.
He's going to have to kick an NFL extra point now. Probably right at the location you see Hawkins practicing from as he's warming
30
up.
yard. This would be the equivalent of a 30-yard field goal.
Wind died down a little since the beginning of the game.
Here we go. Snaps back. Kick is up. Has the distance. And it's good. Same result. Extra point for the Panthers and Connor Hawkins. Greg, what is that now? What's his numbers now? You said you talked about his numbers.
So he is 88 for 92 right now, but none bigger
huge
kick
right there.
This game than the field goal that he's had. He's such a weapon, and the Panthers' offense has been so good. You haven't had to release the special forces, but Hawkins getting called into duty today and making it happen.
Sure is.
To bring the Panthers back to within 5, which is an odd number to be down by, but with the safety and the field goal, we're in new territory this year, Tim.
Sure is. So 22-17, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go until the end of the third quarter.
Wonder if we're going to see Hawkins here maybe kick it a little bit deeper. Not a fan of giving it to the Mules on the 40-yard line.
Not right now. You're right. Maybe you do something. Even, Greg, would a squib kick straight up the middle really hard even be as effective?
I don't like the onside kick here. The momentum I feel like is it on the Liberty Hill side now that the seal's been broken and this defense has not been able to bottle them up as well. You can, exactly what we were so shocked about in the first half is seeing this offense get bottled up like that. They've managed to make the adjustments at halftime, and now we're seeing this Panther offense click like we're used to seeing. So curious if they're going to give it a whack here.
The wind has died down some. It's not sure it's going to be in his favor, but you're right. Maybe you put it in the hands of your kickoff team, let them get down there and make some plays. Nope, he's going to do the same thing, pooch it out the left-hand side. It is caught at the 29-yard line. He didn't fair catch and immediately wrapped up.
A little bit further down the field that time now. If you're going to kick it in the end zone, they start on the 25. So right now they're on the 26 or 7. So, where are they giving it to him at?
It should be the 30, 29, 30-yard line. 29-yard line.
Yep. Right. So, and he took a shot, too. He didn't take the fair catch either. He was trying to get some yards.
Yep. Here's the Mule offense back onto the field, led by Conley McKenna, quarterback for the Mules, having a great year, has had a great season and had a great game tonight. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap back, handoff to Flesher again. Same spot he scored at early. He's open again. Gets across the 40, down to midfield, about the 50 yard line inside Liberty Hill territory to the 49, and he's shaking up, Greg. He's something wrong with his knee. He's going to have to come off the field, and that does not look great as he now goes back to the turf.
It didn't look like he got tackled.
No, you're right.
It looked like he fell.
His knee gave out
on his own accord there. And down goes Flesher just as he was starting to get the ball rolling. Huge run by Flesher on that last series.
As they attend to him, we're going to take a quick break. Liberty Hill is trailing 22-17 to Alamo Heights. We'll be right back. You are listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media.
Be a Liberty Hill Panther football booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the Brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. Find out more at lhpantherfootball.com. Business sponsorships can also get in contact at lhfbsponsorships@gmail.com.
All right, Flesher has walked off under his own power. He's still limping, but his first down for Alamo Heights inside Liberty Hill territory at the 49-yard line. Different running back in the backfield. Snaps back, handoff. Oh, a little reverse down the sideline to the 40, the 30, the 20. Cuts it back, still on his feet. They bring him down about the 17-yard line. That was Rhett Anderson on the carry on this little reverse, but there's a flag on the play, Greg, right around the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like this one's going to be coming back.
But coming back how far? It still may be where the flag sits. It's not enough for a first down, so.
You see the Alamo Heights team is coming back. Everybody does as well. Holding.
Which is the spot of the foul was the 42. So it's going to move them back to the 48-yard line, the Alamo Heights 48-yard line.
We haven't seen.
And that is the case.
Yep.
They're moved back to their own 48-yard line, which will put still first down, but make it 1st and 13. One receiver to the right, two to the left-hand side. I think Flesher may be back in the game, Greg. Snaps back. Throws out the left-hand side in the flat. It is complete. Cross midfield. Pickup of a few yards.
Good tackle by Carlton Schrank.
Flesher is back in the game.
He does not seem to be affected at all.
No, but it looked bad. So it is now 2nd and 8. Ball is at the Liberty Hill 47-yard line. Left-hand hash, two receivers right, one to the left. Flesher's back in the game at running back next to McKenna. McKenna takes the snap, hands off. Nope, keeps it himself right up the middle. Gets to the 42-yard line. He'll be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down.
David Morris tees off on McKenna. Anytime you get a chance to take a shot at the quarterback, absolutely do. Morris did not leave anything on the table there. He walloped him.
2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Liberty Hill down 22-17. It is 3rd and a long 3. Two running backs in the backfield this time with McKenna. McKenna takes the snap, hands off to Flesher left-hand side, and he gets the first down. Just enough. Gets to the 37-yard line of Liberty Hill. Moves to
late
chains.
Flag there on the play. Not sure what it was, but it looked like the.
Now Flesher goes off again. Flesher's now limping off. He does have, his knee is hurt, Greg, and he's off the field again.
A Warrior, though, he got out there and picked up that first down, and you could not, it looked like he was not hurt at all when he ran that ball, but
now oh no. Going to tack on 15 yards against Liberty Hill for a late hit. And that is not good. Going to put the ball down to the 22-yard line of Liberty Hill. A minute and 58 left in this third quarter of play. The Mules lead the Panthers 22-17. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left this time. Running back is Clark Mandigo. Now replacing Flesher. Snaps back, straight pass, looking to the right-hand side, throws it towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. Great defense, pass intended for Rand Anderson, but great defended play.
Again, Carlton Schrank comes up and makes an excellent play at the spot that the ball touched the receiver's hands. Great pass by McKenna. It was on the money.
It was.
But better defensive play by Carlton Schrank to separate man from ball.
2nd and 10. Same location, left-hand hash, 2 receivers right to the wide side, 1 to the left. Clark Mandigo, the running back, throws it out in the flat, and it is, I don't know if they're calling it complete, which they are at the 22, but it's not much there. It's
going to lose yards if you call it complete. You're going to back them up.
Really a loss of only about a half a yard. They do call it complete. It was a short pass, a little
better to drop it.
Yeah,
at that situation.
You don't know though. At that point, you're making that effort, Greg. When are you ever going to drop a pass, right?
Never. You're going to always catch it. But in that situation,
third down, big third down, Greg, right here. Third and what is a little over 10 yards. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Either pass it or the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to keep it to the right-hand side, and they're going to try. They tackle him at about the 18-yard line. He's short of the first down. Greg, with a second-string running back in their man to go, I don't think they're going to run those plays. I think this limits their playbook. I don't think that they're wanting to do it. And they bring the field goal unit, it looks like, onto the field.
Here it is, Tim. We talked about it before.
Yes,
they had
huge,
4 kickers on the roster right now, but it's going to be Ethan Ball.
What's the equivalent of a 36-yard field goal attempt by Ethan Ball. Left-hand kicker, left-footed kicker. Kick is up. It is no good! No good! No good! The Panthers are going to take over.
Perfect job by the defense to get it back to the offense here. The ball came up a little short there. It was on line, Tim. Just looked like maybe it was a little off to the left. The wind just wreaking havoc with that ball as it goes up. Defense.
7 seconds left. This probably is the last play of the third quarter. Mules up 22-17. Panthers, their last 2, they've scored 2 touchdowns here in the second half after not scoring in the first. Inside handoff to Carter. He's off to the races across the 30, the 40, midfield, the 40, 30, 20. Touchdown, Ben Carter!
You can only hope to contain him for so long. 28's been in the backfield getting bottled up all game long. They decide to wait to the end of the third quarter to pound it in. No flags on the play. Tim, the Panthers are up 23-22.
80-yard touchdown run.
Over-modulated. My goodness, what a run by Carter off the left side. And these Panthers
have taken the lead.
Oh, they're fired up on the sideline. The coaching staff, everybody here that's wearing purple.
The book says go for 2, Greg. They're going for 2. On the ball's on the ground, and they had to pick it up. It's no good. So Liberty Hill leads 23-22. You're right, Greg. That extra point, what happened there, kicking the extra point would not have been – it really helped them out a whole lot, right?
It would have just put them up by 2. Same kind of thing. You're either up 1, you're up 2. With the way that it's going, might as well try to get up by 3. But now the Panthers
going into the fourth quarter, Greg. Into the third. It's now fourth quarter time. Liberty Hill has the lead, 23-22.
Unreal. Ben Carter untouched off that left side. You heard Tim talking about it, folks. You heard Tim say they're not going to stop running that play. They're going to keep running. These Panthers are stubborn with this slot T. No matter how many times you stop them, that's the offense. That's what you're going to get. And there it was, that same play that was being stopped for a 2-yard loss or 2-yard gain, 1-yard gain. It springs Ben Carter the distance and puts the Panthers up 1 and shifts all the pressure over to the Mules side now.
Absolutely.
And they're down Flesher.
Oh, that's
absolutely
big. If he can't come back
huge impact on those last 2 plays without him in there.
Oh, no, it definitely limits. I see he's walking on the sideline. I see him helmet off. Greg, I don't know if he can come back in. He went off hopping off the field.
The first time, he came back on
yes.
and then made a great first down run off the left. He is over there, folks, trying to get better, trying to get back in. He's a senior. You know he wants to be in there more than anything.
Greg, but just seeing him the second time hop off the field, there's something wrong with his knee. And I know he wants in, he's a warrior, but definitely limit their play calling right there towards the back end of that drive that they had. All right, here we go. Kicking off, Connor Hawkins from his 40. And he pooches it again to the right-hand side. Fair caught about the 31-yard line. That's where the Mules will start this.
I don't know if that's a fair catch. It looked like he was trying to do both hands.
Right.
I don't know if you can do both hands.
Right.
You got to do one. You got to call it. You got to make that happen. But they gave it to him.
31-yard line.
Start of the fourth quarter here, 23-22 Panthers. Mules in an absolute barn burner here in Bastrop.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. McKenna at quarterback. Takes the snap. Hands off right up to the middle. And is that Flesher? It is. Flesher's coming in the game again and only pick up maybe 2 yards on that play to the 33-yard line.
Just tip your cap to number 34, who does not want his last game to end with him on the sideline.
All right, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Flesher back in the game. To the right of the quarterback, McKenna, who's now there's a timeout to Alamo Heights. Something didn't look right, Greg, for him to use that timeout.
The Panthers still with their full complement of timeouts,
yep.
All 3 left. And now Alamo Heights has burned another. And in that situation, they had 10 seconds on the play clock.
They have 1 left, Greg.
And the 10 seconds on the play clock, it looked to be settled. Everything looked to be just fine.
And, Greg, it's not a weird situation there where you're dealing with personnel. I don't know it is an odd situation in that exact moment in a 2nd and 8, which wasn't a crucial down and distance and spot in the game for them. Were they short somebody? Were they running? Was the clock running out, which we didn't see, right? We didn't look over there, which might have been the case. Who knows? And these Panther fans are really starting to get a little animated, stomping their feet in the bleachers. You can hear it. Here we go. Alamo Heights, 2nd and 8 from their own 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Flesher in it, running back on the right-hand side of McKenna. McKenna takes a snap, straight drop back, looking for a pass, throws it across. It is complete about the 45-yard line. That is complete to Anderson, and he gets out to midfield to 54. He gets run out of bounds. It's first down, Alamo Heights.
No pressure on McKenna there, so he really has all the time in the world to drop back and make that completion. Going to have to put more pressure on him if they decide to do that. The Alamo Heights coaching staff saw that and might want to dial some of those plays up a little bit more because he had a lot of time back there to pick out his receiver.
2 receivers going to the right. Terry and Red Anderson going out to the right-hand side. No receivers on the left-hand side. Look for that might be an area the quarterback comes back this way. Snaps back. Nope, he's going to pass it straight out to the right-hand side. It is complete to Terry at the 45, and he's still on his feet. Tacklers finally bring him down about the 40-yard line. Good catch and run by Michael Terry.
They've been giving Terry a big cushion there. And right now, the coaching staff for Alamo Heights decided they're going to take advantage of that and throw some quick outs. Terry making a man miss in both situations, picking up big yardage after the catch.
39-yard line to Liberty Hill. That's where the ball's set. Right-hand hash, 2 receivers, left-hand side.
Hayden Burrell matched up on Terry now.
Snap back. Again, thrown out into the flat. It is complete. Gets to the sideline. A good play. No gain on the play. Rhett Anderson on the carry. On the catch.
Carlton Schrank again coming up and making a tackle. He is having himself a heck of a ball game from his safety position. He's made a couple of crucial pass defenses, and he's also been tackling well in space.
2nd and 10. 10 minutes left to go in this game. Liberty Hill leads 23-22, just taking the lead at the end of the 3rd quarter for the first time today. 2 receivers to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Flesher is the running back off to the right-hand side of the quarterback. McKenna takes the snap. Straight drop back pass, throws it across the middle. It is caught at the 30-yard line by Michael Terry. Short of the first down by a yard. It makes it 3rd and 1.
Again, same play with McKenna dropping back in space. Looked like he's taking about a 5-step drop from his shotgun position. So it's given him a lot of space in front to step up and make a strong throw. Terry catching everything that's being thrown his way.
1 receiver right, 1 to the left. 2 running backs in the backfield with McKenna. McKenna takes a snap, hands off to Flesher, right-hand side. He has the first down. Pickup of about 5 yards, enough to move the chains to the 25-yard line.
Fleshman and Colin Brandt with a little bit of extracurricular activity. 9 minutes, you heard the stadium announcer, left in the 4th quarter on the running clock. Panthers up 1.
Ball's at the 25-yard line, right in the middle of the 2 hashes, center of the field. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. McKenna takes the snap. Hands off to Flesher right up the middle. Pickup of about 3 or 4 yards.
Wyatt Sprinkle grabbed his jersey and would not let go, just hanging on to Flesher as he was trying to go. Great stop there with the jersey hold by Sprinkle from his defensive end position.
2nd and 6 now. Ball's at the 22-yard line, close to the 21. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Running back offset to the left-hand side of McKenna in the backfield. Snaps back. Passing play all the way. Throws it towards the end zone, right-hand side, and it looks to be incomplete, but there's a flag on the play, and they're going to call interference against Liberty Hill. Wow. Wow, that's it. Man,
a lot of hand checking there. The double team came. It's definitely going to be pass interference and push him forward there.
Greg, McKenna's got a good arm. He's got a very accurate arm.
He absolutely does. He also runs very well. I have a feeling if he didn't run as well as he did, they'd let him throw a lot more. But
okay, they're going to mark it off 15, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. After the pass interference, Liberty Hill leads 23-22. 8 minutes left to go in the game.
Don't know if Flesher is in there or not. Oh, he is.
Flesher is in there, to the right of quarterback McKenna. 1 receiver right, 1 way out wide to the left-hand side as well. Snaps back, straight drop back pass, throws it towards the end zone, right-hand side, overthrows his receiver. Incomplete pass.
Sailed that one high over the top of Rhett Anderson.
And there's a play. Personnel changes on the defensive side. 8 minutes.
Tim, I see on the top side of the field, is that number 21 playing defense?
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snaps back, handoff of Flesher right up the middle. He gets hit immediately, but lunges forward for a couple of yards. He gets down to the 6. Maybe a yard there.
Noah Long playing defense.
He
at
is.
the top of the field on Rhett Anderson. We have not seen Noah Long playing defense all year, but right now they're trying to match him up with the speed, I think, of Rhett Anderson. Brings up a huge 3rd down.
Oh, Greg, this is massive. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. It is 3rd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Man in motion, snaps back, straight drop back, throws it towards the end zone. It is intercepted. Oh, dropped. Noah Long had it in his hands and dropped the interception. Wow, Greg, that was a game changer right there, and he just couldn't hang on. We just talk about Noah Long coming into the game. They're going to decline it to make it 4th down. It was holding against Alamo Heights. They're going to decline it. It's going to be 4th and goal. Here comes the field goal unit for the Mules.
Wow. Noah Long not only playing defense, but knocks down that pass. It goes as a pass defense.
Sure.
But man, he should have had that. He'll be thinking about that one.
Ethan Ball has it set up right in the middle. It's just almost like an extra point. It's a little bit longer than an extra point. Should be a chip shot for him. What's the equivalent of like a 22-yard field goal? It is up and good, and the Mules take the lead. 25-23. A 2-point game with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this game.
The kickers having such a huge impact on this game today. Maybe none bigger than that kick right there by Ball after he missed his last one.
It was hard to fault him for that last miss, Greg. I mean, the elements of the wind and the angle and all kinds of things, went into that. But he was a decent attempt at it, but nonetheless missed it. Alamo Heights leads right now 25-23. Remember last year, this game was decided by 3 points. Liberty Hill's offense is finally starting to click, which is in the favor of the Panthers right now. Noah Long can't even get in the huddle right there, Greg. It looks like he is in the zone. He wants this. I could see him pacing around, and I know he wishes he was able to get that interception right there.
He absolutely wants to make amends for that on the offensive side of the ball. See if they give him a chance to. They're going to kick it to him.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to.
They haven't. They've kept it away from him.
And they're, Greg, kicking this direction, the wind has been holding it up anyway. The kicker could kick it. I don't think it makes it to Noah Long. It's sitting at the 10-yard line. So look for Jack Pitchford or Gavin Salinas to possibly get this ball. Both those guys are capable of returning it as well, but see how they play this out. You're not going to kick an onside kick here, which they do. The ball is recovered by the Panthers. Greg, what a gutsy move there. The Panthers recover an onside cover up the onside kick.
Right as you said, they weren't going to do it. They did it. It shocked me as well, Tim. I can't believe that they decided to go for it right there.
Greg, it's crazy. I understand it's a coaching decision, but the Panthers have now the ball in Alamo Heights territory at the 48-yard line. It's very risky.
Carson Holland, great hands there by Holland to come up and make the play.
Here comes the offense. Vickers under center. Hands off to Carter, right-hand side. He breaks open! Nobody's going to catch him! Touchdown, Panthers! Touchdown, Panthers!
Just like that! Bang, bang! Panthers back up after they try to get the onside kick. Unsuccessful. Ben Carter back-to-back plays, back-to-back touchdowns. My goodness.
Wow. Greg, they're going to put the offense back onto the field.
The book says go for 2.
You're right, Greg. At that point, a 5-point lead doesn't do you any good. It's 29-25, so you go for 2, trying to make it 6. Vickers under center, takes a snap, hands off the pitcher for left-hand side. He just walks in the end zone. That is a 2-point conversion for the Panthers. And the Panthers now increase their lead to 31-25. What a ball game. Greg, we've called lots of games, more than a couple, for Liberty Hill, and this one is going to rank up there no matter right now as far as the excitement level of a game. This ranks up there pretty high, probably in our top 10 or 12.
We have not called many like this at all, where Liberty Hill has been down because of a scheme, because of what coaches have decided to do against them. It hasn't been a misplayed game by the Panthers. They played really well. They've just been getting outplayed until this second half, after these coaches that are in the box to my right got in, made some adjustments, made some X's and O's. Yep. And I tell you what, it has really paid off. Ben Carter, who was just getting absolutely nothing, is now making it happen.
Great. Another storyline of the game happening right now is that the rain is starting to fall.
It is.
And the storyline, what makes that a big deal, is that Alamo Heights it likes to throw the ball, and this is not going to go in their favor as the rain starts to come down. You're starting to see the ponchos come out, right? And we see the Panther fans in front of us as the rain is falling on this guy's Indiana Jones fedora, and so nonetheless, this is not going to help Alamo Heights.
One thing we know for sure, not going to be an onside kick here.
No, absolutely not. They're going to, let these hungry dogs on the Panther kickoff team go down and make some plays right here. But I think they're going to pooch kick it. They just don't want the return. And it's a squib kick, and it's falling down on it about the 45-yard line.
You had asked for a squib. You just got it. There it was.
Yeah.
Again, you're going to kick it down. Hopefully it's going to get by that first guy and get out down around the 30. But right there, possibly, this is just a season-defining drive for the Mules. You see David Morris out there clapping as he's trying to get this defense fired up. Gannon Mixon in the middle at that nose guard position. Knox and Kearley.
Ball's on the left-hand hash. 2 receivers to the right-hand side. Here we go. 7 minutes left to go in this game. Liberty Hill leads 31-25. McKenna takes the snap. Fake hands off. Going to run it himself. He breaks open across the 50. The 45. Finally brought down close. Has a first down at the 40-yard line.
Good tuck run. Somebody has got to tell them that Flesher probably is just a decoy now. Not going to be probably getting too many yards, and I think if you were to give it to them, they absolutely would take that. You can hear the rain falling.
Coming down on our microphone, yes.
Coming down on our microphone, folks.
Hey,
let me turn it up.
I'm glad Merle's not listening, but we do have the microphone covered up. It's safe.
Oh, the rain is coming down out here.
2 receivers left-hand side. First down from the Liberty Hill 40-yard line. 6.5 minutes left. Snap back. They're going to fake hand off. The quarterback's going to run it again. Picks up 2-3 yards. Greg, I think these plays are designed here because because of the rain. I do think that they are worried a little bit about their passing.
Have to be. You have to. Now the RPO offense becomes, anytime that there's the ball's slick and you're trying to pull it in and push it out, it's an added risk.
Liberty Hill needs a stop here. 6 minutes now left to go in this game. Liberty Hill up 31-25. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Passing down here, probably 2nd and 7. Snaps back. Quarterback's going to keep it again up the middle, and they're going to bunch him up. He gets out of a tackle, but spins out, gets close to a first down. He's going to be a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Thought they had him wrapped up. He managed to get out. David Morris staying down on the ground because he knew he had him.
So Alamo Heights right here, what they're looking for, Greg, what this is telling me is their game plan is to try to grind it out, get a touchdown, and run as much time off the clock as they can to not leave Liberty Hill much if they were to score.
3 timeouts the Panthers have here, up 6.
1 receiver right, 1 to left. Look for a running play here. It's 3rd and 1, or maybe they just go for it. Hand off to Flesher, left-hand side. He has the first down. Gets down to the 26-yard line. The clock is continuing to move. First down at the 26. Now the clock is ticked under 5 minutes and counting now. Ball placed right in the middle of the field between the hashes. 2 receivers left, one to the right. McKenna at quarterback. Flesher offset to the right-hand side. Snaps back. Hands off to Flesher off right tackle. The Panthers wrap him up for no gain. Maybe a loss of a half yard. We'll see where they spot it. We'll call it no gain.
Gannon Mixon, Tanner Kearley off the left side to stop him.
It is a timeout, and is it a timeout or an injury check? I think it's just a timeout, Greg. No, I think they go out to check on Kearley. He's got to at least come off for a play. He looks like he's okay, Greg. He was down, but he's now coming off on his own power.
He was in on the tackle there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to bring up 2nd and long.
40 seconds on the play clock, please. 40 seconds.
Really, it was exactly where the Panthers defense wants to be, is putting this Alamo Heights team in these long-to-go yardage situations.
2nd and 10. 2 receivers left-hand side. None on the right-hand side. 2 running backs in the backfield. Look for another run. Snap. Handoff left-hand side. That is to Rhett Anderson. He gets out of a tackle, still on his feet. It's actually Michael Terry. He's now inside the 5. Looks like to the 4-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 4.
Great run by Terry. He has had some good runs this ball game. Maybe none better than that one right there. Going to keep the clock running.
4 minutes now and counting. Clock continues to run. Now it's under 4 minutes left to go in this game. Alamo Heights looking to retake the lead. Noah Long checks into the game and defensive back. Goes out to cover Rhett Anderson. McKenna takes the snap, going to run himself off left tackle, and he gets in the end zone for a touchdown. The Mules retake the lead with 3 minutes and 41 seconds left to go in this game.
I'm going to say not yet.
Not yet is right. They tied it up at 31, and now the point after attempt.
31-31.
Greg, you were a holder on extra points, yes?
Holder on extra points.
How does the rain and the wetness affect your hold here?
About as much as it can. About as much as a element can. The ball's slick. It's coming back probably wobbly.
Kick is up, and it is good. And now the Mules take the lead by 1, 32-31. And the Panthers will be receiving this kickoff. What a great game. If you're tuned in late, Liberty Hill did not score a touchdown in the first half. It was held to 3 points. They now have 31 on the board. Their offense has really kicked into gear in the second half. You don't want to miss the UIL football experience at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas this December. Come out for an action-packed 4 days, Wednesday, December 14th through Saturday, December 17th, and witness the best teams in each division battle it out in the final games of the season. Tickets and all tournament pass information can be found at uiltexas.org.
3 minutes, 41 seconds left. You're down 1. Your offense on the field. If you're this Liberty Hill coaching staff or any fan or player on Liberty Hill, this is where you want to be. This is what you want. You know, this is a Texas state football playoffs. You're going to run against teams that are good, that know how to play, that are, you know, these guys have had this Liberty Hill game hoping to get a chance for these Panthers, and they got it. And right now, you got to feel good about, you know, where you are and opportunity to come back and make it happen. Tim, we said they did onside kick. We'll see if they want to go it again. The Panthers still full complement of timeouts.
Yep. Here is the kickoff for the Mules. I don't expect them to give them. I think they kick it up in the air and try to make them fair catch again. Kick it up. Gavin Salinas catches it at the 25-yard line. Actually, that's Jack Pitcher. He's down the sideline at midfield. The 40, the 30, run out of bounds about the 30-yard line of Alamo Heights.
The freshman makes a huge play there, catches it, does not go for the fair catch, decides to take it into his own hands and run it up the left side, makes a few men miss.
Wow.
And what a return by Jack Pitchford.
Down to the 28-yard line. Greg, you got to. I don't like thinking about field goals. With this end of the field, it's not the field goal. You know, I know the Panthers want that touchdown. Here they go. Reese Vickers under center. Takes the snap, hands off. No, Vickers, it's right up the middle. Ben Carter on the carry. Picks up about 5 yards, Greg. It's a great first down carry.
Again, you're going to do, Tim, you said you're going to punch that. You're going to hit that jab all game long.
Mm-hmm.
It was being stopped. That Alamo Heights held Ben Carter their last 2 times. He took it to the house.
Yes. 2nd and 5. The ball is on the 23-yard line. Ball's right-hand hash. Vickers now under center. Going to keep it himself. Tucks it. Not much doing there. Actually, no gain on the play. Not really a fan of that one, Greg.
Sometimes it goes for big yardage when Vickers is able to fake it.
Yep.
They haven't been able to get that off there, really.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 5.
In this second half, everything has been working, so they dialed it up there, hoping they can happen. You can hear the Alamo Heights crowd
Alamo Heights
getting loud.
Wanting to stop. Here they go, 3rd down and 5. And there's a man on the field. What happened? They called timeout?
They did not get that man off the field unless they called
the timeout.
No, they did
not. They don't have it.
They have a timeout to call.
What happened? There was a man for Alamo Heights running off the field. Maybe they had to allow him, Greg. Maybe it's nothing, and they stopped the clock, and the referee messed up. So 3rd and 5. What happened? The referee was at fault right there for putting the ball in play.
Again, that's Alamo Heights with that, late substitution that they're allowed to do. Now they are doing it again.
Doing it again. But see, the referee's not on the ball.
Now he is.
Now he is. Hand off to Noah Long, left inside. He cuts up. He has the first down. Noah Long picked up about 6 yards, just enough to get the first down.
Huge first down pickup there for the Panthers, well within Connor Hawkins' striking distance now. But as Tim said before, you do not want the kicking unit out on the field.
No, you want a touchdown right here.
One in.
Here's the sub, but the referee's not holding it. Hand off to Pitchford, right-hand side. He gets about 5-6 yards. 6 yards on the carry, gets down to the 12. Greg, the referee messed up again, not holding the ball, as Alamo Heights still had a player on the field.
Alamo Heights out of timeouts, nothing they can do here. They have to just try to play defense, make a play.
Yep.
Liberty Hill.
1 minute and 15 seconds left to go in this game. The clock is ticking. Liberty Hill down by 1, 32-31. Here they are on the line of scrimmage at the 12-yard line. Vickers under center. Takes a snap. Hands off to Ben Carter. Right-hand side. He lunges. He's getting close, about 6-yard line before he's stopped. That's enough for another Panther first down. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 7.
Everybody looking at the clock, looking at the field.
56, 55 seconds left, 53 and counting. 1st and goal. Liberty Hill has all their timeouts left. 45 seconds. Handoff to the right-hand side. Noah Long gets into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown, Panthers!
They went misdirection. Everybody went with Pitchford. They left Noah Long alone on the left side. He made them pay for it. Panthers up 5, pending the extra point, 38 seconds. Tip your cap to this coaching staff and how well they did. Tim, 38 seconds left.
Wow.
What a great job here to burn the last 4 minutes. Put them up 5. Oh, what's the book say, Tim? Says go for 2.
The book says go for 2. They're up by 5. They're trying to get 2 here to go up by 7. Vickers under center, hands off to Pitchford, left-hand side. Nothing doing that time. That's the same play they got 2 on last time. Couldn't get it in. Up by 5. 38 seconds left. 37-32.
Wow. What a drive. What an answer for these Panthers. Kicked off by the freshman, Jack Pitchford. He's no longer Joe Pitchford's little brother, Tim. That's Jack Pitchford, and he is just a positive, shining star for these Panthers, for the special teams. He plays offense. He plays defense. He's a little Swiss Army knife you can put anywhere. No more valuable than on that kick return right there. Number 3, putting the Panthers in excellent position.
Great. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, Greg, here's the, you want to set the stage right here with the kickoff. Rain is not coming down as hard. It's still sprinkling, I could see. That doesn't help Alamo Heights in this situation. They're not going to be able to just run the ball. They only have 1 timeout, so they're going to have to put the ball up in the air a lot.
38 seconds left in the ball game, folks. Panthers up 5. They've scored 34 points here in the second half. And they are in the position right now to advance if this defense is able to cap it off here against the Mules on what is hopefully their final possession.
Greg, you don't want to return here either, right?
Nope. Do the same thing you've been doing, although Connor Hawkins is lined up to absolutely wallop it. Looks like the Panthers are going to take the timeout here. Might as well talk it over, get some breathers, get a little breather.
Yep. They call a timeout.
Connor Hawkins, one of my favorite things that he just did right there. Tim, where's the ball?
It's under his shirt.
Why? Because he's trying to keep it dry. He wants to keep it dry,
right,
so he can have control of it. One of his teammates tried to lay it down in the field out there.
No,
he said, no. I'm going to grab that.
I'm
going to put it under my jersey. I'm going to try to keep it dry. Smart thinking by Connor Hawkins. He's been heads up all game.
Greg, what a crazy game.
It really is, from the very start now here to the end. Knew it was going to be a barn burner. This team beat Alamo Heights last year by 3 to knock them out of the playoffs. They're up 5, poised to do the same here. But I tell you what, Tim, it's not over by a long shot. This quarterback here, Conley McKenna for Alamo Heights, can whip it all over the place. And you heard Tim say that the rain has stopped falling, so we'll get a little bit better grip on the ball, and the Panthers are going to have to play defense one more time.
Yep.
Michael Terry back deep.
And it's not going back deep.
The Panthers want nothing to do with giving it to Michael Terry.
He will not get the ball, and you got to put somebody back there because you never know. But and I do think this is just going to be a pooch kick up in the air, forcing it's actually going to be returned from the 23-yard line, and he gets tackled at about the 39-yard line, and that's not a horrible result there. And that's where the Mules will set up 32 seconds left to go in this game at their own 39-yard line. And a field goal won't do it. They need a touchdown. Here we go. Conley McKenna is going to be putting it up. We're not going to see any running plays here, Greg, unless he's chased out of the pocket. Matter of fact, we have 4 receivers now. Everything wide out. First time we've seen this. 3 receivers right, 1 left. McKenna straight drop back, looking downfield, throws it downfield, and it is complete at the 45-yard line of Liberty Hill. Enough for a first down, and the clock was in bounds, so the clock's going to continue to tick. 25 seconds left. McKenna takes the snap, throws it out the left-hand side, and gets out of bounds about the 40, complete to Michael Terry. 19 seconds left. Just trying to get into position to make they still have 1 timeout. They're at the Liberty Hill 39-yard line now, needing a touchdown. 19 seconds left. Panthers up 37-32. Here we go, McKenna. 3 receivers right-hand side, 1 to the left. Snaps back, looking right, throws it out to the right. It is complete about the 33-yard line. Tackled, has a first down inside the 30 to what looks like the 29-yard line.
12 seconds left.
And the clock's going to continue to run.
Now they're going to have
10.
to call the
Snaps back, throws it out toward the sideline, and he completes it about the 27. 4 seconds left. They have to throw it to the end zone now, Greg.
Wow, what?
I don't understand that. They didn't use their timeout to save some time. 27-yard line, 4 seconds left.
The cheerleaders
now
running down to the end zone.
Now
all
the
the cheerleaders for the Panthers. You can see the players jumping up. Folks, what a great scene here at a high school football game to see all the cheerleaders running down to make more noise so that McKenna cannot make any calls or these guys can't hear what's going on. The rain coming down, ponchos around. Texas high school football, Tim, at its finest. What a great ball game, and it's going to come down to this last play for the Mules or the Panthers.
It's going to be into the end zone. He's throwing it into the end zone. This is the very likely the last play of the game because he's got to throw it to the end zone unless there's interference.
A hook and ladder on the table.
No.
Tim, every play is on the table. Be ready.
To the end zone. 4 seconds. Here we go. McKenna at quarterback. 3 receivers right-hand side. 1 receiver to the left. Gavin Salinas is out here on coverage on the left. Lone receiver on the left-hand side. Now Liberty Hill wants to call a timeout now that they saw the formation. Greg, what does that do for your defense? What do they do here now they saw that formation?
It looked like they were looking like they were trying to run some kind of isolation play, and really you're only at the 27-yard line, so this is not a Hail Mary by any stretch of the imagination. It is a legitimate throw to the end zone, but the only thing that Liberty Hill has going for them is they're willing to give up a 26-yard play. They're willing to give up a 20-yard play. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters right now is that you keep them out of the end zone. So you can drop a safety back. You can roll a safety over.
Do you drop everybody back?
You don't drop everybody back because you don't want them to get a head full of steam with blockers in front. You want to absolutely get as much pressure on the quarterback as you can so that he doesn't have all the time in the world to make a play, but you can drop an extra defender or an extra linebacker back. Definitely roll over the top of Terry wherever he is, number 2. Don't let number 2 beat you for sure. And there's the nickel. There's Jack Pitchford.
Noah Long's not in the game. I saw him come off right there. Here we go. 3 receivers bunched out to the right inside, 1 to the left. Here we go. This is the game. Steph back to McKenna. Rolls out to the right, looking right. Dancing around. Throws it to the end zone. It's up in the air. And it is incomplete. Panthers win. Panthers win! Panthers win!
The ball hit the turf, Tim. They had a chance to get it. Alamo Heights had a hope and a prayer there as that ball got tipped right above the ISD sign in Bastrop ISD as McKenna put it right in the end zone. And it could have come down easily into the hands of a Mule, but it hit the turf, and it sends the Panthers into the Elite 8 of this Texas 5A Division II playoffs. What a ball game.
Second year in a row, the Panthers knock off Alamo Heights in their season and win 37-32, and we're on to the regional finals next week.
My goodness, what an absolute heck of a ball game here in Bastrop today. These Panthers come out and just take everything they can handle from the Mules. You tip your cap to the Mules coaching staff. They came up with a game plan that was able to neutralize the Panthers, albeit for a little while, weren't able to do it the entire game.
It's crazy.
As the Panthers come back scoring 34 points in the second half.
What a total different half.
A tale of two halves.
Right.
For if there ever was a game that was a tale of two halves, this was it. You know, holding the Panthers to 3 points in the first half was just an absolute monumental undertaking by these Mules. To do it 2 halves in a row would be enormous. But I tell you what an ending to this ball game. Tip your cap to all these Panthers on both sides of the ball, special teams as well. What a complete win for these Panthers, Tim. It's not the offense just carrying all the water. It was Connor Hawkins. It was Jack Pitchford on special teams. It was these guys coming up with play after play on defense to make stuff happen when the offense was stalled in the first half until they got it going. And I tell you what, man, just a complete win on both sides of the ball.
I totally agree with you, Greg. Unbelievable
exhausting
game. Exhausting game, yeah. Exhausting game. But Greg, those are the fun ones, right?
Absolutely.
We've called games where, like, in the second half, ho hum. It's not very exciting because the Panthers are blowing out somebody. But definitely tonight was not one of those games, and this is definitely one for the record book and the history book. A great win by the Panthers to advance to the regional finals next week at a location to be determined. We should probably see that pop up here in the next 24 to 48 hours. We should see that pop up. But the Panthers live another day, as it didn't look really good in the first half of play, but they come out and pull this one out. And for Greg Ceriti and I, Greg, we're gonna tune this out and let everybody come back and listen to us next week, because we'll be back, right?
Well, that is absolutely the plan. We're going to be back with the Panthers as they are going to go in. Like I said, it's the regional semifinal, the Elite 8 in the state of Texas in 5A Division II.
Yep. Whew, great game. Liberty Hill wins this one 37-32. Go back to your deer lease. Go watch it. Go back to watching your football games. Go back to watching the OWN network. Whatever you're doing, your Hallmark channel. You can go back to that now for the rest of the week. You can do that as well. Or watching soccer. United States and England tied 0. Not quite as exciting as this one. So nonetheless, not nearly. For Greg Ceriti and myself, Tim Dean, we will catch up with you again next week, as we will have another round and another game. You've been listening to Liberty Hill Football on Vype Media.
Be a Liberty Hill Panther football booster. Football family, the Panthers need you. Support the brotherhood and support the purchase of equipment, uniforms, multiple scholarships, and much more. Just go to lhpantherfootball.com and sign up. Show your support this year. Be a Liberty Hill High School football booster. Find out more at lhpantherfootball.com. Business sponsorships can also get in contact at lhfbsponsorships@gmail.com.